So
Yeah, I
let's
mean,
push it live.
Australia's dollar is just also not great for converting to US dollars right now.
That's
No.
fair. Alrighty, let's get back into it. So we're working our way into. Oh man, I forgot my Starfinder costume. Put that on in a second. We're working our way into book 2 of Fly for Your Die, Merchants of the Void. Last time, you guys wrapped up book 1, dealing with the reality that not only did you quit your jobs at EdgeCore, but that Lord Sinjin, the Golden League organized crime legend, uh, immediately betrayed you guys upon stealing the Oliphant from storage. Or from construction, I suppose. Now, with both of them on your heels and accruing enemies by the minute, you guys went back to Absalom to try to see what to do next and meet up with Tarika, your lovely Otterfolk contact, who's kind of been like your handler and is still willing to be your handler even post Edgecore time. During Pounds of Flesh, the first part, you guys went to the Revenant Urge, which was a kind of combination nightclub slash Ergothoan temple. Um, Obviously, a lot of really effed up stuff going on in there. A lot of undead partying, people like bungee jumping off of like top floors for the thrill. And that is where you guys had your first meeting with some potential rivals in this whole Merchants of the Void business. You first encountered Dizzy, who turned out to be a member of the crew of the Wintermorn. Wintermorn is currently a rival to you guys, and we're trying to beat you out of a job. In this case, the job was to transport a bunch of necrographs. Necrographs, kind of like cybernetic enhancements, but a bit more political discourse around them. They undercut you for the deal. Until it turned out the person they were making the deal with, Rashay Tilvarin, well, they undercut her as well and stole the product. She had you guys working with a nearby necrotic scientist, and you were able to get the requisite parts, but you still needed a way to get out to beat the job quicker, so you were able to capture and refit a much faster drift engine. And now you have some little goblin helpers as well who are hanging out with you. You guys headed out, not into the vast, but pretty close to near space. You headed out to the Veskarium, home to two of our lovely crew members. The first arrival was at Vesk 2, where you guys were to deliver all of these black hearts. And as you got out of the drift, moments later, shocked that you guys had beaten them, the Wintermorn arrived. You piloted through an intense electromagnetic storm of these plasma creatures in a race, but true to her word, when you guys won at the end, she did back off and let you guys speak to the buyer first. That is where you guys met Shazarad Quamp, who is a Skittermander, a nurse. Turns out that she was helping these squid-like aliens on Vesk 2. They've been protesting for a long time. All this mining that the Vesk are doing, the Ichtikris that she's been helping need these glands if they're going to live, even if it does kind of corrupt them with a bit of necrotic energy. While you guys are stuck on that planet, you figured out, well, we might as well get some more jobs done. And you have now headed on over to Vesk 3, the next planet down in the Veskarium. You spoke with two figures, Carmelar Gravander, a Skittermander, and his wife, Adani Samor, who is like kind of a minor breed of catfolk. So, Adani. And where's our other fellow? I don't know where he popped up. I'll pull this thing up in a second. But it was the very fancy business Skittermander. You guys were called away. You were called away to their ranch. They want you guys to capture a bunch of Defrexes. The few adults of them they think will frighten off whatever's been killing their livestock. We have a Defrex over here on the left. You can see it on the stream there. They are like these weird horse, rodent, giant beast things that can be ridden if domesticated, but you guys are going after some wild ones on a mix of on this creature as well as on Enercycles. As you guys were preparing for the Defrex drive through Karuti Canyon, you did catch a strange glimpse of someone in the distance. The two of you that bought the Enercycles, you saw what looked like a multi-horned figure carrying some sort of heavy armament watching you from a nearby ridge in the rain. But before you could do anything really about it, here's our other Skinnermander. They seem to vanish back off the ridge. As you guys reconvene on the ship to get ready for this, you guys are gonna get pinged by Carmelar once more. This is where we're gonna bring in our new friend. All right. You guys see like the ringing of your holographic interface on the ship. Who would like to answer? Really, it's Scorpion or Shaw. I'm playing Roland for now, but I'll let you guys answer, so I'm not just talking to myself. What do you guys think?
All right, yes,
sorry,
yes.
my battery died in my headset.
Scorpio, you were saying something?
Yeah, it's like I think Scorpio would probably be, I'd say it's sort of like a lock and load montage where he's getting all his stuff ready, and then he hears it. Yeah, so like he'll hear the call, and then he'll press a button and say like, "Hello, this is the tuna."
Well, I did forget that in the recap. You guys did name it the Tuna, which is indeed an acronym. Which, oh my god, I'm blanking on all the different parts of it. It was 2 for flinching. What was the U one? That was you, Scorpio, right?
Unlisted.
Unlisted. Then there was the Night Wind. And I'm blanking on the A now. It was what?
The A was the All Elite.
Ah, the All Elite. That's what it was. Well, quite a fancy nickname, nonetheless. But you see Carmelar Gervander pop up on the horn here. How are y'all doing? You all getting all the... You get all the mounts you need? You ready to do the drive? Weather should clear up in the morning.
Yes, sir. Just putting some finishing touches and make sure I've got everything ready to go for you.
All right, listen. This is... I'm not gonna lie. I know there was only 3 of you there, so my nurse friend redirected some other stuff toward my end, and she suggested another nearby freelancer that could give you all some help. I'm gonna send them your way where the ship's parked, but be on the lookout there. It's an android. I believe the name is Refined 12. Hope y'all didn't mind. I thought she could link up with you all and see what you could get done in the canyon. Trust me, once you get out there, you're gonna need all the help you can get to wrangle these things up.
So this android, you trust him?
Well, I'll tell you who I do trust. I do trust Shazarad, the nurse you met down on Vest 2 there. She's a good judge of character. And I don't think she'd be recommending me someone who wouldn't have what it takes and wouldn't be willing to play well with others, as it were.
All right. Well,
it's still quite a big payday. I still want to pay, the full 30 bill points worth of stuff.
All right. Well, if y'all trust him, that's good enough for me.
And I'm gonna drag them onto the map here next to our other tokens. This new character. We're gonna say for ease of play here, Refine 12, that you probably picked up another one of the rented Enter cycles on the way in. Unless, I'll say, would you have liked to rent one of these big creatures instead?
Almost certainly not.
All right, I figured probably not, but worth an ask. All right, let's bring our new friend here. I'm gonna expand a little bit. I don't have the proper token yet. Things kind of got away from me, but here is our new image, and Refine, take it away. What do you think they see through the cockpit as like vroom, new Enter cycle comes peeling in through the rain and pulls up next to the ship?
So Refine 12 is, a android. They have probably an absurd number of pockets.
Very sci-fi, I love it.
And they just have a sniper rifle on their back and then a small pistol at their side, and then they have with them a, not a small drone that's just kind of sitting on the back of the motorcycle.
Is the drone is it like a quadruped, or does it like fly?
Quadruped, yeah.
Gotcha.
Quadrupedal drone. Kind of nondescript a little bit. And Refine 12 has kind of purplish, pinkish hair that's kind of asymmetrical and about shoulder length on the longer side.
Nice. Hell yeah. All right. I feel like Roland as the talker. To Scorpio and Shaw, probably ask you, if you guys want to come down to the landing ramp, as they're gonna go meet this new Refine 12.
All right. Yeah, Shaw will start working his way down.
Guys, march on down.
Yeah,
You see outside, Roland has Boogles, the Diffrax, tied up to a post next to your bikes. Sorry, what were you saying? Go ahead.
Scorpio will lean over to Shaw and just say, like, why are we letting him have that thing?
His choice. If he's got thrill issues, that's on him.
As you guys lean into each other here, just like, just like this really gross, like bear rodent screech.
Yeah, well, I still prefer the cycle. It's less likely to bite me and not, shit all over the place.
Concur.
Fun fact, they can have litters of up to 12 pups. Truly a nightmare species. But Refine 12, you see these three fine folk over here marching on up to you. So you see two different Vesk and a Drow, kind of probably like a full head shorter than you guys, I believe.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think we ever just decided on a height for Shaw, but he's probably pretty tall.
He's got, I think by default, the Vesk height range it gives in the lore is pretty high. Yeah, like the average Vesk is 7 feet tall. I wonder if Roland put how tall they are in the sheet. I'm curious now. But Roland would wave you over, Refine, as you see these people walking up. What do you say to these 3 freelancers you've been thrown in with for a well-paying job?
Hello, my name is Refine 12. I have been sent to assist you in this endeavor.
Pleasure to meet you, Refine. Name's Shaw Zirak, but my friends call me Shaw.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. Scorpio Sky will hold out his hand and say, like, my name's Scorpio Sky, and then he suddenly stops himself. Scorpio Sky, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, and I will reach out to shake hands.
Sure, I'll shake on.
Hell yeah. Roland would as well, I think, go up to you and shake your hand. Refine 12. Alright. You guys have the night and morning to prep whatever you need to do for this Diffrax drive. Thinking about hitting the trail early in the morning would probably be the most ideal. But
So,
if you think you got all your stuff in, all your ducks in a row, you can head right on out.
I think I would be okay with heading out in the morning. I think Shaw would probably want to be using the evening, like if there's anything on the local intranet or something as far as further information about anything on these creatures or anything like that. I think he would probably, at least, however badly, try to do a little bit of research.
Yeah, I would say if you want to make a check on that, you could use the local infosphere. It's not going to be amazing out in the boonies of S3.
Yeah.
But it is certainly possible. I'd say you could either do like a culture check just to like browse the local infosphere, or in relating to these things, probably either a survival or a life science check if you're trying to browse for these animals.
Survival I can do, so I'll roll that.
14? Okay, that's not bad.
Not great, not terrible.
You'd heard a bit about them before, but Diffraxes, they're very strong, tough hide, very aggressive species. But once they are tamed, they are excellent work animals, as they are incredibly muscular and can often go like days without much sustenance. They can keep going in the wild. They are occasionally known to stand upright for short periods of time. Usually as like an offensive display, or sometimes if it helps them in a fight. They are most assuredly carnivores, although the younger ones will eat like insects, very small prey, sometimes even some plants. The adults can do that too if they really need to survive, but they do prefer like a meat-based diet. In terms of less lore about them and more actual facts, you would know that since they have kind of that mole face, they do have blind sense from their sense of smell up to about 60 feet. So it can be pretty difficult to get up to them.
Okay.
Other special things they have, you would know that they are, when they stand up like that, they're prone to like menace displays, trying to like scare off other people. That does have a mechanical effect. If they try to menace you guys, they'll have to make a save to not be like scared off. And then if they can scent that someone has any of the frightened conditions, so like cowering, frightened, panic, shaken, etc., they will get bonuses to attack based on smelling your fear. Apart from that, about what you probably expect. Thick hide means high AC. They got a bite and a claw as a weapon, but they hit pretty fucking hard. Your goal would certainly be to round these things up, not engage one in close quarters.
Okay. And Shaw would pass that on. Pass on his findings to everybody else on the crew.
Alright. Yeah, you pass it on. Is anyone else doing any prep? As I imagine you guys are probably hanging out in one of the relaxing areas of the ship. Here, actually, let's take over to the ship. The lovely Oliphant. I imagine Roland is... We'll say he's spending some time in the recreation suite, the HAC. That's kind of like the hollow chamber that you guys have. But feel free to picture yourselves wherever you would like to on the ship. We can drag out Refine as well now. Refine, there are 3 rooms left if you would like to choose one of the living quarters in the middle. It seems the crew has not offered you a permanent bunk yet, but they're at least probably letting you bunk for the night. All right. With this in mind, sounds like you guys are ready for the following morning. I'm going to bring us off to a canyon map. If you guys want to drop yourselves over here. And I'll put Roland on top of his thing. Alright. Where's my Roland? There he is. Now, some of this is going to be abstracted into various phases of the roundup. But we'll put some Defrex on there for flavor.
All right.
And then refine if you just want to drop yourself next to them at the far left. This is not quite the official Enter cycle, but I will put a couple of these bikes out for you guys if you want to put your tokens on top for the aesthetic. Alright, let's change things up.
I would say as a Scorpio Sky is getting onto his Enter cycle, he takes out the portable music player and he's looking around. He's like, "All right, so where do I plug this thing in?"
I'd say there's probably a pretty easy jack in there.
And as he does, it's like all of a sudden you just hear blaring on speakers, "I wanna know what love is." And then he suddenly pauses, like, I don't know how that happened.
Don't ignore that.
Shaw lets out a low chuckle.
Hell yeah. Alright, let's keep it going. Keep it a bit more dangerous. The sun rises on Vesk 3 as you guys head out to the canyons. And I think I might have shown you guys this art already last time, but to get a vibe of what you're going for here is you mount up on a Defrex and a couple of Enter cycles. You guys go running through the canyons. I will say, Roland did also buy one of the startling lizards. We'll come up to that if we need to. Alright. So, it's time to wrangle up some Defrexes. Effectively, this drive will take place over 6 abstracted rounds, each with their own obstacles that you guys will have to overcome in your own ways. Depending on what you are riding, DCs will be slightly different depending on the task. Some things might be easier on an Enter cycle that aren't on a Defrex, and vice versa. If you guys succeed, you'll get 1 success. The more successes you get, the more Defrex you guys can round up. And you would remember that they are offering you a bonus payment if you guys can, for each one you can wrangle up here.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, that's good.
You guys begin to ride down onto it's called the Yiddy Preserve, into these canyons. Out in the distance, you see a group of what looks like adolescent Defrexes attempting to flee, and they run straight into a formation of jagged rocks jutting up from the ground. As you guys see the sun is kind of still rising behind them. There's like this nimbus of glowing red orangey light outlining the Defrexes as they bound into the rocks. You guys can make one of 3 checks here. And everyone's got to make one. You can either make a survival check if you're riding on a Defrex, a piloting check if you're riding on an Enter cycle, or if for some reason you hop off, it'll be an athletics check. But these are to pilot your various mounts through the jagged rock formation.
All right.
I will say I'm glad I added another rank in my piloting during the last level up.
It's fair. I do not know how good Roland's survival is, so we'll find out.
Alright, 18.
Okay, we're making some moves. Alright, let's see. Roland. Dang, alright. With the +0. Alright. On all of those, close to failure from Shaw on the piloting, but everyone managed to rush through the canyon. As you do, you kind of start to like wrangle up some of them. You're maintaining the herd in your direction. That is one success for you guys. As you herd these adolescents into a different part of an adjacent canyon, everyone give me a perception check.
Can I do one for both me and my drone? Or do I have to choose?
You can do one for both, yeah. Go for it. Strong starts, everybody.
Sec, I need to get out mine quick.
Oh my god, I should never be allowed to roll for my players.
There we go.
Alright. Unfortunately, with these low rolls, no one is able to notice until it is rather too late. But you see a couple of enter cycles coming up on your guys' left side. And you see that they are kind of flashing some red-blue lights. I hear one of them shout over, "Alright, you there. Trying to wrangle up these animals here. Pull over, we're gonna check your licenses."
I mean, we've all got licenses, so...
I think everyone did end up paying for license. And we can assume that you paid for one as well, because you weren't there for that.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright. They do inspect you. As they are going through each of your IDs, this is kind of impeding your ability to watch the herd. Everyone give me either a perception check to try to keep track of them visually, or a survival check to make sure you see where they went.
Oh, come on.
Ooh. Alright, I'm not going to roll for rolling. An 18 will do it. Scorpio, you're able to take, as you kick off the enter cycles off the ground again, leading them back through the canyon to where these Defrexes have gone. Alright, we have not failed much yet. Alright. Next up, round 3. As you guys are going through the canyon, try not to go too overly fast as not to startle them. You guys see evidence up ahead of some hidden spike pits, presumably left by poachers. Unfortunately, as you notice them, you realize this whole stretch of the canyon has been lined with them. I need everyone to make a reflex save as you try to swerve your various mounts around to avoid spikes sticking both out of the walls as they spring out and out of the ground.
Where on my sheet? Oh. There we go.
Oh yeah, indifference from Wednesday are fine. I'm never going to ask you for your ability scores to be saved. It's always going to be fortitude, reflex, or will.
Yeah. I got that. I just
okay.
wasn't sure where on the sheet it was. I had to find it.
It is a confusing sheet, to be fair. I will not begrudge you that. Damn. All right, well, now I got to hope Roland doesn't fail so I don't hurt my only person not here. All right, I'm just going to hurt myself really quick. You guys all swerve effortlessly as Roland digs their heels into Boogles the Defrex. You hear it let out an angry bellow and tries to like shake him off its back, and just slams him into some spikes for 9 piercing damage.
Woohoo!
Bring him down to 3 stamina here.
Ooh.
Not a strong start.
Did he not? Was he? I thought he had 19. Okay, never mind. You got his sheet, so.
I think he has 19 HP, has 12 stamina.
Ah, okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. He gave me a bunch of notes on how to run it, but hopefully I will do it justice. All right. Since you did have a failure there, we did have... Did all 3 of you pass? Yeah, we had majority successes. So that does count as a success. However, as your formation starts to get looser between the bikes and the defrects, you guys are going to take a -2 check on survival or piloting to move your various vehicles. Alright.
Do I need to do something on my sheet for that, or do I just apply it afterwards?
We'll just apply it afterwards. It'll be a very temporary debuff
Okay.
compared to the others. All right. As you guys continue on to the next round, you guys see the herd. You're bringing them closer to the ranch, but unfortunately, Vesk 3 is a very dangerous place, and you guys have herded them into a patch of carnivorous predatory flora. As the plants begin to lash out spur-covered vines at the adolescent Defrexes, I need you all to make some checks to defend the future herd here. You can either make a survival or an intimidate check to know how to handle them or bully them. As this happens, Roland is going to throw this lizard off of Boogles, which runs up and hisses at the Defrexes, and the flushing lizard is going to give him a +2 to intimidate. Alright, Roland coming in with a 26.
You see, this comes with me being a himbo. I'm very much not intimidating.
I love that the 2 Vesks try to rear up and be intimidating, and just
I did a survival, but.
Oh yeah, you did do survival. That is fair. That is fair. They do ignore the Vesk, but Refine, starts to wrangle them up with her survival skills. Roland, they get in the intimidate. Is that enough to get you guys through the flora that easily? Okay, so first of all, let's go to our 2 failures. You guys are each gonna take some damage from the Defrexes as they kind of start to slash around them in anger, not really knowing what's you guys and what's plants. All right, Shaw, you're gonna go ahead and take 7 slashing, and Scorpio, you're gonna take 9 slashing. In addition to that, as you're going through the plants, you accidentally bumping into the Defrex, or bumping into all these patches of moss that release a bunch of what looks like yellow, slightly luminous spores. Shaw and Scorpio are also going to be caught up in that, and as you unintentionally take a breath in, both of you give me a fortitude save. And if you have any bonuses versus poison, this is a poison effect. Alright, Shaw is fine. However, this will probably not kick in until the end of the drive, but Scorpio, you have ingested some poison and not resisted it.
Lovely.
But there is a bit of an onset time, so it does not kick in right away and stop you doing the wrangle here. All right, obstacle 5, a skirmish. A deadly scuffle breaks out among the Defrexes. A lot of ways you all could settle this. But to try to get an idea of how to intervene, let's start off with everyone making a perception check. This does not directly relate to whether you guys pass or fail Obstacle 5, but it will aid you. 19. All right.
My drone got the 19. I got the 14.
The drone, you see, send some data over to your data pad to see what it's spotting out there. I think you guys working together there see a variety of solutions. You guys could try to interpose yourselves, or bring your mounts in between them. That would be either athletics from you guys, or survival or piloting if you want to bring your mounts in to break up the fight. You could also attempt to separate them with an intimidate or a survival check rather than just get in the way. So a lot of options there. Athletics, survival, or piloting to get in the way, depending on how you're doing it. Or intimidate survival to try to, separate them out of that.
I'll do a piloting to try, because that's what I'm best at. So I'll try and use my mount to try and get them clear.
Yeah, I'll go for piloting as well.
All right.
And I will as well.
All right, and I got a roll for Roland. Woo, baby. All right. This was a harder check this time. It was getting near the end of the drive. Unfortunately, it was DC 19. So, Scorpio, you do not succeed that last one. However, it is a majority success. We are up to 4 successes on the herd. Right now, you guys got about 60 of them in front of you, and that was the minimum, which is good. You need to get at least that much. You did not fail by a lot, though, Scorpio. Basically, this final round, Obstacle 6, you'll be at a -2 penalty. If you'd failed by a lot, there's a chance you guys could have become fatigued by this journey. Alright. The final obstacle. A dominance display. Just as you'd read about last night, Shaw, you see one of the adult Defrexes rears up in midst of all these adolescents and attempts to assert control of the herd. As it rears up, it attempts to direct that hostile energy towards you guys and seems to be getting ready for a charge. You guys can attempt to either intimidate it back, or piloting a survival check to use your mounts to try to still push the herd in the direction that you want, even though it's trying to get its fellows to go against you. So what do you guys think? Out-intimidate it, or try to out-pilot it?
I think I'm a better pilot, so I'd probably go with that.
Yeah, I would too.
That's a better pilot.
Alright, I'll have Roland go intimidate just for the memes. Well, I say memes. They have a +7. I memed myself.
Alright, so I still got that penalty, but I still think I did pretty good.
Yeah, 26. Weirdly, the only one with the penalty is going to be the only one to pass that. Everyone's going to take some damage as the various Defrexes who are confused by this alpha among them lash out towards you guys. So we'll go down the list. Shaw. That is going to be 10 piercing from a Defrex bite. Roland will take another 7, which is going to cut into his health here. Bring him down to a 15. Refine, you are also going to take 7.
All right.
All right. In the end of the cattle drive, you've brought them to a dead end where you know that you can finish getting them pushed down the actual road and towards the Skittermander's ranch. First of all, everyone go ahead and get 800 XP.
Level
Successfully
4.
wrangling them. Level 4.
What's our...
Guys, I thought it was... Well, alright, I could be wrong. I thought you guys had like another 1,000. This is why I play too many games. Also, why did I just Google the number 800? That did not help me at all.
I have no idea what our current XP was before this. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't. That's my bad. I didn't actually tell you. You'll be equal to them because I abhor having players different XP values. It's too confusing.
It goes badly wrong.
Fourth is at 6,000. You guys at 6,000?
We should be at 6625.
Well, fair enough.
I have no idea what I'm getting this level. I forgot to look.
That's my bad. I did not think you guys would level up that fast. Sort of warned you guys about it beforehand. That's my bad. Additionally, you guys got 60 of these Defrexes out. Double check your payment. All right. All right. So, that means that you guys are going to get 1 BP for every 10 head of Defrexes. That's 7. And since you cleared the threshold of 60, you are going to get an additional 5, so 12 BP.
Is
Yep.
that
BP is, it's not really divided. You guys, it's a thing you can really use to, you can build other items with it, but it's really for, in this game, helping build up the ship.
Which we should be at 35, I believe, with that.
Let me check my notes.
Because I think we were at 23 last game.
I had a note that we were at a certain amount. It does look like we were at 23. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so 23, additional 12, 35. That's a pretty hefty penny there.
We can do some nice upgrades. Ben, I do have one question.
Yeah.
Because I noticed a bunch, like, I can't speak for anybody else, but I am getting very low on credits. Is there a conversion for BP to credits
Yes,
at some point? Like,
I
if we
believe
want.
it's like 2,000.
Okay.
Let me double check that. I believe it's pretty significant.
Yeah, I'm not saying that for right now. Like maybe later. And I also seem to recall that the ship came with some small cargo on board when we stole it. We can talk about that later. But it was just like I have 125 credits to my name.
Oh my goodness.
Also-
I think it's supposed to vary depending on where you are in the universe, but it's not a set value.
Okay, we can talk about it later. I was just curious.
It is going to be fairly significant.
Okay.
do level ups apply immediately or
Once we take a rest, I believe.
okay?
All right. They
Or to
do
bet on
take
that
effect
one.
once you
Alright.
rest, yes. All right, as you guys are able to push them down the road, and one of you back on the inner cycle can bring the Oliphant around. I assume, Shaw, that'll be you.
Yep,
and
I'll
you
bring it
can
around.
fit 70 massive little bear mole things. You can fit that into your Doctor Who-esque cargo hold like it's nothing. It's easy peasy.
Shaw kind of wrinkles his nose a little bit. Wonder if we can get those goblins on spooge duty after we get these things out of here.
As you're driving them up the ramp, you guys hear a quick series of howls, and you see the herd has begun to quicken its pace into your ship. So at this point, we're going to say the ship is on the right side of the map. You guys are pushing them up toward the ramp. As you hear these roars in the background, everyone give me a life science check. Or howls, sorry, not roars. Oh, Refine on a nat 20. Refine, that is coming from a Defrex, but not from the herd you're moving. That's mostly adolescents. That's the cry of a newborn Defrex pup. And as you follow that cry, you see down a steep embankment, there is a mother Defrex with a couple of her brood. Alright. As you are looking out on them, and I'll switch maps in just a second. you see that there are some creatures trying to approach and presumably get a tasty meal out of those pups. And these are going to be... See, 2 of these bugs over here. I will... what if I can just show you... Yes, let's see. See some of these fancy creatures. Truly horrifying slugs. Famously, these are Diathos, a commonly species what is known as explosive slugs. What do you guys do? Is you see this animal mother in distress with its cubs down there.
Thinking quickly, I know I don't have a lot of time. Does Shaw know? I guess I wouldn't really know much about these guys, but
And I'm gonna shift us over to a different map if you do decide to interfere. You guys would be up here in the top left. The Defrex and her cubs are down here in the bottom, and they got a couple of Diathas closing in on them. So this is the visual situation. Up to you how you handle it. What was Shaw's question about them?
I just didn't know if there was any, if I knew anything about how dangerous these things were. If these things live in Vesk space.
I think that's a fair point. You would know that they are not amazingly dangerous. The main problem with them is that they do organize themselves into hives and dig underground warrens. If there's a few of them here, likely there's probably a lot more somewhere nearby. You would know that the biggest danger is that upon death, or when they even get close to death, that they have some explosive energy that they store in the fat cells of their body. It will detonate next to you.
All right. Shaw will heft his artillery lasers. Like, we stepping in. If just be warned, they do explode when you kill them.
Right. Keep distance. Gotcha.
All right.
With that, I guess we'll get it. Guess if I can take a surprise round shot, I will. Otherwise, I guess we go to combat.
Yeah, I think you get a surprise round shot, and as you have the laser, go ahead and drop your tokens there. I think probably you dismount the bikes, considering the small space of this canyon. But go ahead and drop your tokens in the top left. I'm gonna clear the order, and then if you want to just take a initial shot, Shaw, we can kick it off.
All right. Right. Artillery laser at the top one.
All right, 10.
Ooh.
I do not believe that's enough, but I will check because I have not played with Diathas in a while. Is that... Oh, it's EAC or KAC?
EAC.
You level the laser, boom, blast through part of the slug. That is indeed a hit.
It was a terrible roll. I got lucky.
Going for the top one or the bottom one, was it?
Top one.
You think after 6, it's looking pretty damn close to bloodied already.
Right, initiative.
And go ahead and roll yourselves in. I'm going to roll in for the Diatha. And also, actually, the Defrex is defending her cubs. See, there are more of them. She's not going to engage in combat unless absolutely necessary. Does everyone in this fucking fight have 2 initiative? What is happening? That's actually incredible.
Sorry, it's gonna take me a bit to get used to piloting both sheets.
That is fair. That is the hard part about engineers sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be fun. I just have to get used to it.
Yeah. That's how I felt when I was playing the Summoner in Pathfinder. All right,
God.
I'm gonna go first in my own game.
I know you're paying. Yeah, I know you're paying.
Yeah, you know what's up.
I love Summoner. I'm excited for that.
Roland. Let's see here. Roland is gonna take a few steps forward And as he does, as they do, you realize that the ground here is indeed difficult terrain. It seems like whatever hive is nearby has really turned this into a turbulent mud pit. And as they start moving through, he is going to make a fortitude save as a gout of fire belches up through the mud. And this is going to be, they're going to do a fortitude save for half of this. Fortitude. I'll be a fail. After this, I think Roland will probably stay where they are because they are low on health. They're going to take 5 fire damage, bringing them to about bloodied. Their spell DC did go up, but these spells aren't amazing against the slugs. I think they're just going to go in with their Sub-Zero pistol. They're going to try to get the one that you shot, Shaw.
All right.
That will hit. The top Diantha looks like it is barely alive as this cold slug slams into it. Pun intended. It is, slug on a slug. Feeling all this damage rock this one. The other one is not really noticed. It is going to twirl around to look at you all. And displaying a surprising burst of speed. It looks like it is more than capable of moving through the mud without being slowed down. It rushes forward. Or actually, sorry, that's not gonna go to that one. Shoot. Yes, okay, for it. It's gonna rush over to Shaw. Shaw, it is going to attempt a bite, and you can see it looks like the fatty tissue around its throat is starting to glow. All right.
I call out, watch out, this one's about to blow.
That's gonna be a 22 against KAC.
Oh, that hits.
All right, so first part of this, right off the bat, that's going to be 4 piercing damage as it sinks its fangs into you. And secondly, I'm going to need everyone within a 10-foot radius. It's going to be just Shaw and your robot to make reflex saves.
Ooh.
Those are actually both passes. Which is good, because I rolled max damage on that explosion. Both of you are going to take 6 fire damage. Could have been 12.
So my stamina's at 0 now.
This thing is lashing out toward the Defrex and its cubs. You see it takes some bite damage, begins to get injured, but none of the cubs are taken out. That's going to bring us to our new member. Go ahead, Refine. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna move back up to here. Well, actually, let me do some measuring quickly.
Wait, Shaw, are you in the order?
I didn't have my token clicked. Mine was 10.07.
Oh, okay, hold on.
I
You
Oh,
broke the
damn
trend
thing.
of everyone in this fight having 2 initiative bonus.
And then I am going to attack with my sniper.
Alright, going for... Oh, sorry. This one just detonated, so it's done. So you're going for the other one, I assume?
Yeah.
I do need you to make a reflex save as you start to slip back through the explosive mud.
Oh, am I in the muck?
Yeah, this whole area... It looked muddy at first. You guys just didn't realize that, like, it's belching up explosive fires beneath the mud is the issue.
You said reflex save?
Yes, ma'am. That'll do.
Okay.
This is less damage than the explosion. That is going to be 6 halved to 3 fire damage.
Okay. And then I will make my attack on the far one.
All right, go for your shot.
Where do I click for the attack?
So if you go to the, sorry, something stuck in my throat. Scroll down to the bottom of the sheet where it does attacks. Click
Yep.
on the rifle. It'll pop up a little box that says input value. Oh, I can see you editing it. Click just the letters, like tactical shear rifle.
Got it.
You can't do a full attack because you moved. Okay, even with their low slug AC, unfortunately an 8 will not do it.
All right.
As a round, I think probably if your guys are trying to help the deflects here, you're taking careful aim not to hit one of the pups, but that makes your shot go a little too far to the right.
Okay.
All right. Tossing it over to Shaw.
All right, I'm gonna move up to here so I can help out Roland in case he gets hurt. Because I know he's it would take my action basically just to haul him out, right?
Yeah, I mean they can move out by themselves probably.
Okay. But there, in case he gets hurt, I've got potions on me, so.
Nice. Yeah, good call.
And then I'm gonna heft my laser and take aim at the remaining Diatha.
All right, bring up your big artillery laser. That'll definitely hit. Bottom one's looking pretty dang low after that, definitely below bloodied. Which brings us to Scorpio.
All right, I'll go ahead take some movement here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Doop. And then I'll go ahead and shoot the remaining one with my infinity rifle.
Alright. Top part of the infinity rifle begins to glow. You'll have a shot. Hello, Paladin. Yeah, go sit in your cat bed. Well, we did establish already the 10 does indeed hit. Now, the final 8, this one does detonate by the deflects. She is going to hunker over her pups to take the explosion. Which means that she auto-fails. Does take some injury here. And we are out of combat for now, as you don't hear any more of the slugs coming yet. However, you guys do look and see the now exhausted and burned and multiple bitten Mother Defrex is struggling to remain above the surface as that mud pile in the bottom right is starting to cause her to sink into the ground. She's occasionally stirring and thrashing from pain, which is just releasing more burning gas that's further lowering her health.
Scorpio Sky will sort of look at the mother through the scope of the rifle and, with a tear in his eye, just get one shot right through the head just to put her out of her misery.
You're not gonna try to pull her out? It's so sad.
Man, I'm not gonna mess with something that's thrashing and hurling fire and claws everywhere.
All right, give me a shot.
All right.
That pings off of her tough hide that the Defrex are famous for. She lets out an angry roar. And you see that she seems to be like trying to shove the cubs over into this square.
Shaw looks over. We can't help her, but let's get the young. We can get the young ones on board as well. We get the extra pay for that. We need to move quick though.
All right, I say go ahead.
Yeah, Scorpio will nod and jog over with you to go pick them up.
All right, I'd say they are pretty close to her. Each of you give me either a survival check to like herd the little ones far enough away from Mom that you can scoop them up easier, or a reflex save to dodge her claws.
Okay.
That is gonna be a fail.
Definitely a
That's
fail.
Also gonna be a fail. which means each of you guys, you do successfully grab the kids. However, you're going to take the full force of a Defrex Claw. Alright, that means that Scorpio, you're up first. You're going to take 31 slashing damage as the bear creature slams you backwards. Presumably cutting well into the HP.
Oh, yeah.
Shaw, similarly taking a big hit here from the other paw. A little bit lower, it's going to be 29.
I am still unconscious.
Even through your stamina as well?
My stamina was zilch.
Oh, you took it earlier.
Yeah, so... Yeah, so Shaw is out cold on the pavement right there. Or
Alright.
in the dirt.
I'm going to give Roland a check here. And try something out. Alright. Roland on an intimidate check makes the Defrex rear back long enough, and he has Boogles, his mount, drag you away, Shaw, by the scruff of your neck.
Alright.
Does anyone... do you want me to just stab you the potion to auto-stabilize you? Or you have resolve right now, right?
I have full resolve.
Okay, so you stabilize yourself. If you want, you can clamber back up at 1 HP. Unfortunately...
Yeah, and then I would immediately take a potion. So it's 1 resolve point?
1 to auto-stabilize, another 1 to get back up at 1.
Alright, and then I'll burn a potion real quick.
Even as Boogles pulls you away, Scorpio, you help herd the little ones. All of this explosive energy from below ground does finally cause the Mother Defrex to succumb. You guys are going to get some XP out of this. Alright. Okay, sorry. Got distracted there for a second. Everyone is going to get 100 XP for killing the Diathas. And another 100 for at least rescuing the pups. Not quite as much as if you'd also been able to rescue the mom. Alright.
Alright, how much healing is a potion?
First one is a D8 for Mark 1.
Ah.
Nice.
Right.
Hell yeah. You how much health do you have full? 27?
Mm-hmm.
Like you barely notice an effect.
Look, it gave me bum potions.
Oof, we hate when you get bum potions. Alright. While we're backing out of this crazy mud pit, everyone give me one more perception check.
Alright.
Ooh, Refine 12 got the magic number. A little bit over. Refine, or I guess that was the bot, right, SB? Or was the first one?
No, SB got 18.
Okay. In that case, I was right the first time. Refine. You spot, it looks like a poacher was here. See the kind of decomposing body of a poacher? Looks to still have some gear on him that you could snag.
Yeah, I think I'll...
You would have to make one reflex save to avoid the fire damage to grab his stuff, though.
Could I send SB to do it?
Yes, but it would still... Then SB would have to make the save.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fair enough. Alright, you know what? On a nat 20, I'm going to say you're just going to avoid all the fire mud. The bot drags away a couple of items. One is a satchel of ammo, it looks like. The other is a tactical railgun.
Okay.
As you guys are looking over that bag of ammo there, give me a engineering check. Here's a railgun link if anyone needs it. It's good to have someone with sciencey skills now. We're fine. You would realize that this poacher was here because he was constructing some custom ammo. This is amplified diatha ammunition. Basically, these are long arm rounds, which when they hit, deal an additional 2d4 fire damage.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's 25 rounds of that.
I don't need all this. One of you all can take it.
Anyone want a railgun?
Shaw will hang on to it. I mean, I don't know if we'll use it immediately, but it's nice to have a spare long arm.
Fair.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, our technically speaking, our infinity rifles are a bit better, but hey, never hurts to have something extra.
True. True. You could also sell it, but I don't know if we've discussed selling it. Unlike most medieval RPGs where you sell for half, you sell for a tenth in this.
I think you did mention that
Okay.
one. So.
There are some exceptions, but you guys don't have any of those exceptions. It's usually like rare alien tech is sometimes an exception. All right.
All right. So we make our way back to the ship.
Yeah. So as you guys make your way back to the ship here, you are gonna be able to make it. You're trying to get to the Skittermander Ranch. So, as you guys begin maneuvering the last of these creatures into the Oliphant, I need another perception check. All right.
I'll take another nat 20.
Good
Just for
lord.
me.
All right. Because of the nat 20, you're gonna be able to avoid any of this potential damage. Refine, the hold is closing. You guys are getting ready to board the ship, and you see a brief light flash, and you see something has received a signal in the rock walls next to you all. You can yell at the party if you so choose, and realize there is an explosive trap laid at the neck of this canyon.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the party know.
All right, with a mighty boom, fire fills the canyon as you guys throw yourselves back. Thanks to the timely warning of Refine, no one is gonna take any damage. And I will say, if you guys wanted to spend a resolve point, you can get your stamina back during this loading process because it'll take a while.
Yes, please.
All right, so everyone, if you spend a resolve point, you can get max stamina again. Next.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn one of Roland's for that as well. Guys are currently blocked off from your ship and have been bottlenecked into one of the adjacent canyons. All right, I am going to bring us to yet another canyon map. So guys, find yourself deep in the Gilkey Ravine. Go ahead and drop yourselves over by the rock on the left-hand side, just behind it. As the boulders are settling in behind you guys, take a second to catch your breath. As you look out onto this canyon thinking like, fuck, how are we gonna... We don't have our bikes, we don't have the herd, we don't have the ship. How are we gonna climb the fuck out of here? Everyone give me another perception check. I know it's back to back, but new facts. Alright. Okay. You guys peer through the canyon, and I mean, it looks pretty abandoned. It does continue up ahead and then go around a corner. You look at the very sheer walls of the canyon. You could potentially try to climb them. That'd be a lot of risk. You might fall. Alright, what is your guys' plan?
Shaw's gonna look around the edge of the ravine, and I'm wary of an ambush here.
My drone has a camera and has a climb speed. Can I send the drone up high to like look around and see what is seen from the top?
Sure, I'd say you can make an additional perception check based on that.
No.
Alright, well, I mean, it was worth a try. That was a good idea. Alright.
Yeah, Scorpio's definitely on edge. He's already pulled out his tactical pistol and is just sort of, just sort of like scanning the area for any sudden threatening movements towards them.
Alright, Scorpio. As you're scanning the area, I mean, not got a high enough perception check. We're gonna do a little switcheroo on perspective here. We go now to the person who is hunting you all, and you might be thinking, that's a damn lot of people at this point. But a figure is currently lying prone at the top of the end of the canyon, looking down at you. He adjusts a small dial on the side of his tactical railgun as he sights up on Scorpio. Briefly runs a claw along his four horns, takes a breath in, and takes the shot. Scorpio, you're going to be flat-footed for this, which is 2 lower AC. This is going to be... Also, I say this is a tactical rail cannon, not a tactical rail gun. I misspoke. Does a... does a 16 hit flat-footed KAC?
Yes, it would.
Alright. You guys see Scorpio trying to, like, sight up on some kind of target in here. And then, not really a loud bang, as this is the magnetically accelerated projectile. And you see Scorpio stagger back as he takes a shot to the chest. That is going to be rolled pretty damn low, but it is 5 piercing damage.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden he takes the hit and then he just sort of like backs behind cover. He's like, God, son of a bitch!
And with that, I'll say, yeah, you have time to duck behind cover if you want to, like, go to the lower square. Shaw, similarly, if you want to, like, back behind the boulder, that is allowed in this moment.
Incoming fire!
Yeah, you just hear him call out, Sniper! Sniper!
We're going to clear that order. And I'll drop rolling in with you guys in a second. Go ahead and roll yourselves in. I'll roll for my guy in a second. Alright. Roland has the +2 for... Okay, not terrible. That is going to be... Gotta get my other dudes. Now that the shot has fired, you guys look up at the canyon, and you see the man that's been hunting you. Now in daylight, it is very clear that this is the figure our two Vesks saw out in the rain. You look down the way, and you see this lovely person. Guys know this is a noir. They're kind of like a Minotaur cowfolk type thing. Well, it seems to be very heavily armed. You do not immediately see any like Golden League symbols, edge core, whatever. You don't see a lot of stuff indicating that what this guy's allegiance might be, if there is any. Excuse me. I'll change this to combat music in just a second. All right. And one last roll on my end. All right. So, the first up, that is going to be Shaw.
So, where is this guy? I don't see him on the map.
Oh, sorry. I will reveal his position now that you have seen the sniper. He is up here in the top, in the far right, all the way over there.
All right, let me check one thing real. Need to see what the range is on my guns. Ugh,
How
all right.
tall are the cliffs?
Say that again.
How tall are the cliffs?
The cliffs are about 30 feet high off the ground.
Okay.
Would be a athletics check to climb them.
So how do the range increments work in this? That it's the is it like -2 for each range increment? I forget how. I don't remember how it's worked. I haven't had to fight from this far.
There's 10 range increments. So the maximum range is 10 times your weapon's listed range. For each farther one, it is -2. So like if you had a 50-foot gun and he was 150 foot away, it would be -4 to your shot.
Okay, yeah, because my weapons are all relatively short range, 40 foot, like 30 foot, 40 foot, which is weird for an artillery laser, but never mind. What's the range on this new railgun that we just got? Weapons
I can pull that
range
back up.
60 feet. Here, I got it.
Certainly better than the artillery laser.
All right, I mean, we just got this, so I'll go ahead and put it to use. So I will move.
Sorry, that one starts loud, that song. I apologize.
I can't quite get within a second range increment, so Shaw's gonna move up to take us through. I'm gonna try and stay behind cover. I try and get a little bit close. Not. I look over to Scorpio. We got a close distance. We're sitting ducks at this range. Move to the edge of the cliff here, unholstering the railgun as I go and loading one of the new rounds. Yeah, so if I move any closer, I could double move, but then I'm wide open. Actually, where the bushes and stuff are up on top, would I be able to get any kind of cover or anything up there?
If you can get up there.
I have another 30 feet of movement, so if I double move.
You'd have to make a climb check.
Oh.
And climbing, it is at half speed.
Okay.
Although now that you're at a little farther forward angle, give me a perception check. You look farther down the canyon. You see, it looks like he has brought a pet with him. Some sort of mechanical hunting hound. I made it bigger so you can see it, but it is
Okay.
Kind of cute.
All right, and it's in this square here.
Yes, I will reshrink it.
All right. Well, that is within 2 range. Although I'm behind cover now, so.
You can lean out from cover. It's also getting cover right now.
All right. Yeah, I'll better take a shot than no shot.
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna have to hand jam this. So I'm gonna roll the attack roll as if it's my infinity rifle, but then we'll do the damage as it's the railgun. Is that okay, Ben?
Yep, that's fine.
Because I have proficiency with all long arms and everything, so.
Yeah, works for me.
So this will be at a -2 because it's on the second range increment because it's at 100 feet.
All right. This is a -2.
Miss.
Is indeed gonna be a miss. All right. That's gonna toss it over to this mysterious sniper who has laid this clever ambush. So, it's gonna be him and then his beast. He peeks out at you all, and you hear kind of a growling, gruff voice from Noir, just like, "It'd be quicker if you lay down and die." He's gonna be sight down. Shaw, you are still behind partial cover. He does have the high ground. He's gonna take a shot at you even though you have cover.
Okay.
Even with the bonus he's getting from being prone in high ground, that is not gonna get to you. But you
All
do
right.
see Shaw, like, this corner of the rock next to you, like, blows away as the tactical cannon slams into it. Still have cover, but it's worryingly close.
Actually, can I do? Oh no, never mind. I took my shot. Never mind.
Gotcha. You hear a kind of like metallic growling. You hear him whistle. He's like, "Easy, ghoul, easy. Only if they get closer." And the hound is gonna back up on the map in the corner. That's gonna be Roland. You could do that at 130. There for 10. Alright. Roland is gonna get out to here from the boulder. And you see them stretch their hand out. And they're gonna activate their infinite worlds, pulling on various different realities around you all. He is going to have to make a save as a blinding flash of light from a parallel world flashes right in the sniper's sights. That is a fail. You see he leans back holding his eyes. The sniper is now dazzled. Oh, so we're having a penalty to get you guys. Alright, we're going to toss it over to our new android. Go ahead. I'm just going to move him for a second so I can adjust this.
From where I am, can I shoot at him?
You would probably have to move to at least one of these two around the side of the boulder.
Okay.
Or potentially down here with Roland would also work.
I will move 2 down. And then I will take a shot at him with, I think I'm 1 range increment short, or 1 range increment down at the moment.
Alright, yeah, so that's going to be at an additional -2. He is also in cover right now, which is giving him some more AC.
Okay. Am I in cover from him, or?
No. He is like high up. He's got the high ground basically.
Is there a place I can move to which would have cover where I could still shoot?
If you can move up next to Shaw, you'd probably have cover.
Yeah, I have enough move to get next to him.
Yeah, and you can move through Roland. That's for free.
Yeah. So there.
Yeah. Basically, you're getting a +2 to your AC right now from partial cover from him.
Okay. And then I will make an attack with the -2 from the range increment.
All right.
That is not gonna hit.
Your more alien-looking rifle, as you sight down it, does not quite get towards this cannon-wielding maniac, and another puff of red canyon dust from your impact. SB.
I'm going to send SB just to climb up about halfway up the wall, which I think is the most it can get at the moment.
All right. Well, it could, SB could double move
Oh yeah, yeah, I'll do that then.
if you wanted to use its action as a move action as well.
Yeah, that works fine.
Okay. Yeah.
So how does that work? Both making normal distance?
So you said your robot has a climb speed, correct?
Yeah, its climb speed is half of its move speed.
Okay. Normally, you have your speed when you climb. You do not have to do that if it already has a climb speed. So just what's its climb speed right now? 20 or 15?
20 climb speed, 40 normal speed.
Okay. So yeah, if you double moved, you'd be up at the you'd single move actually because it's 30 feet high. Yeah. So double move would get you to the top of the cannon, and you'd still have 10 feet.
Okay. So.
Although I guess it is 10 feet from where it's standing to the wall. So basically, you get to the top.
Okay. I'll do that then.
All right. Scorpio recovering from that initial impact. What's the play?
All right. Let's see. I guess seeing Sniper get dazzled there, Scorpio will go 5, 10, 20, 5, 30. He'll move over here and he'll just sort of like up against the canyon wall here. He says like, "I'm moving up. Cover me."
All right. Yeah, moving cover to cover, baby. You run up that way.
Yep. And then I'll just go ahead and do actually do double movement. Yep, there we go. Full movement there.
All right, Scorpio pounding down the canyon. As you know, in real time, this battle isn't in turns, just bullets, lasers whizzing around in real time. And it brings us back to Shaw, who is injured but has recovered their stamina behind cover. What's your move here?
All right, I'm gonna move up another 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I really thought you were
Which
going to
should-
zigzag for a second to run Servitude.
All right, that puts me within 2 range increments.
Nice.
So what I'm gonna, what I'm gonna do instead, railgun. I'm gonna briefly hang on to it with my left hand, pull a smoke grenade out,
Ooh.
and heave that. I'm gonna try and get him in the cloud if I can, but even if it falls short, I'm gonna try and aim it. You tell me how this works. Like I could try and lob it towards the choke point there, which would be closer, or I can try and lob it just to be like in his general area. I'm not sure. You tell me. Like I know that it's gonna be easier for the to get it closer.
Your range increment here? Or, sorry.
So ordinarily with grenades it's 20, but because it's a bombard and I get to add 5 times my strength modifier to my range, so it's 30. So it's 2. So right now he's 85 feet. He is 2 range increments out. So I'm in my 3rd one technically.
Okay. So yeah,
So it'd be
you're
minus
taking a
4 to hit.
4. If you chuck it closer, you're probably only be at a -2. But you could, I think, on the diagonal still have that distance. You could try to get it up to him on that 3rd range increment. What's the width of the smoke grenade?
It's a 20-foot radius.
So really, you only have to get it within 20 feet of him. So like that square would cover him.
All right, then let's let me double check that, but that should be a 20 because I remember that last time Scorpio used one that was humongous.
Oh yeah, it's stupid big. gotta start adding Starfinder to the end of my Google searches.
I bet that like, ended up with some random results.
I looked up grenade launcher with like no context.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and even at the so it would be at -2 if I do that.
Yes, because that would get it within 20 of him.
All right. Cool. Smoke grenade out.
That is enough to just hit a specific square. So let me pop out a smoke for us so we can get the actual distance here. Am I going to reuse your Twilight Cleric's effects, Nyx? Yes, I will. Because it's the best smoke I have.
It's good smoke, yeah.
Oh, wow. I nailed that first try. That's basically 20-foot width right there. But you landed it right in the middle. So about here is where we're at.
Yeah.
Nice. You run up behind that bush, crouching down, pull the pin, absolutely yeet this grenade down the canyon. You guys watch it just sail so far as a bombard soldier. Starts spinning in circles, spraying smoke from both ends, and quickly engulfs the sniper's position. Beautiful move there. Holy shit. Alright. That's your whole turn, right? Anything else?
Yeah, 30 foot in an action.
Ooh, boy. That is a decision he's going to have to make now.
It's a move action to consume a potion, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then that's my turn.
Alright. Okay. Let's see. He is prone already, which is deeply unfortunate, because he's going to have to use his movement to stand up thanks to you, because he can't snipe from this position.
It also has to make a fortitude save.
Oh, yes, that is true. Let me see his fortitude. What's DC for your grenade?
Not sure. Give me 1 second.
I think it's like 11 or 12 for a base smoke. It's not crazy. Unless this is a higher level smoke, in which case it might go up a bit.
Yeah, it was a base smoke grenade.
I mean, he cleared 11 or 12 by a pretty wide stretch, so I think he'll probably make it.
DC 15, actually.
15? Okay, was not nearly as wide a margin as I thought. He got a 17. That was actually very
The
close.
longer he stays in it, the DC increases by 1.
Ooh, God, he is a... I feel like he would know that. Alright. He's got two choices here, both of which are pretty funny. Nah, he'll have to move. Alright, movement, stand up. Second one, he is going to use the rappel he has anchored into the wall and not have to use climb speed, but use his regular speed to go down the canyon wall and still have 5 feet to back up out of the smoke. That is his full turn. Was just getting out of it. His hound, which he called Ghoul, is going to stay where it is, which brings us to Roland. Roland does not exactly have line of sight anymore, thanks to that smoke. Definitely worth it, because it did basically make him waste a turn.
Oh, and hopefully it means he
Ooh,
can't easily shoot us.
Hold on, let's see. Okay, that's not what I thought that skill was. Anything relevant for this one? I think Roland is going to try to take the free time here to move up behind this wall to try to get a bit of cover. And it's going to basically fight defensively, which will increase their AC as they just hunker down fully. Let's see, you guys are flying up the canyon real quick here. Alright. That's Roland as he hunkers down. Let's toss it over my god, I'm blanking on the name. Refine 12.
I assume I have no line of sight on him because of the smoke.
Correct. Ooh,
All right.
actually, 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
So
So it
no,
would
if
have
it's
been-
on top of the cliff, that would drop him out of it. Or there would be a very slight line of sight on like the bottom of the sphere of smoke.
Okay.
Not enough. I think Roland would still stick with what I just did, but potentially yes.
And then I'm gonna use my move to aim with my sniper rifle. So that it's within the increment, and then I'm gonna attack.
All right, running up, take a knee, crack. That'll hit.
That is very low damage.
You hear just like not even a yell, just like a.
Oh
like,
wait, no, I do have specialization. I don't know how to make that apply on my sheet. Sorry.
I can show you in a second. There's like a tab you can use it with. All right. So.
Oh no, I
we-
do know what that is. I don't know why it's not applying, but
It doesn't always work. I was going
Well,
through
and-
this with Shaw.
Yeah.
How much
Alright,
should your
well-
specialization be adding right now?
it should be adding.
Should be 3, right?
It should be 3. It's weird. Yeah, it says it's listed in
Yeah,
your damage, but it's not rolling it in your damage.
I just changed it in my damage.
Oh,
because
okay,
it-
okay. I thought I was going crazy. I was like, it says +3.
Proficient.
I know the sheet's
Lies.
messed up, but it can't be this messed up.
no. It had changed back, so I fixed it.
Okay, that makes more sense. So he does take 5 there. A bit more sizable, but he does not seem bloodied or anything after that. He kind of just like take a quick shot, probably digs a furrow in his leg armor, but he's still standing.
Okay.
Bring it over to your bot, SB. I wonder if I can get I might get a temp robot drone for you in a second.
And SB is just going to double move along the top of the cliff.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna... It's not worth changing for this battle because you're already in initiative, but I'm gonna make you a little quadruped robot to use for the rest of today.
Okay.
Save that for later. Scorpio.
All right, keep moving along here. All right. Yeah, still a good distance away. But all right, I'll go ahead and take another move, and I'll just go ahead and stick up here, stay behind some solid cover.
Alright, give me a perception check as you do that.
All right.
Smooth sailing, dude. You got
16.
this. I believe in you.
All right. Yep. He'll just sort of move up here, put his back up against the wall, and then he'll just sort of look back to you guys, and he won't say anything, but he'll just sort of move the move the hands with the motion for you guys to come up. And I'll do.
Alright. Moving up there. So we're gonna go back to the top. Shaw. After having deprived this fellow of a turn.
So seeing Refine Taker shot, am I able to get line of sight to him now as well?
Yes. I'm gonna move him for 1 sec to remove that dazzled token, but continue.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Alright, go ahead
Actually-
and move your token.
He's in 2 range increments either way. So actually, a better idea. I'm going to move 5 feet.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use my move action to consume my other potion as I drink my money away.
To be fair, I think, I don't know if the serum might be injected.
Yeah, it's like from what I remember, from what I've seen, it works like a stim pack in Fallout.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Well,
it is
let's see.
a syringe of magical liquid.
All right. Well,
Jab it into your arm. Hey, 4 is better than 1.
it's better. Yeah,
400%
better than. Yep. Have to talk to Scorpio about finding more of that good stuff. All right.
Oh, I forgot Scorpio kept jabbing in like what solid 8s every heal.
Well,
Well,
that
that's
was because
also
he
because
found the level 2 or 3
Oh,
potions.
that's right.
we were-
You did find them
because
in the base, didn't you?
I raided the break room and I found those Mark II ones.
I love the
All right.
idea that a company that is so confident that there will be workplace injuries in the construction of Secret Project that they have Mark II heals in their fucking break room.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, pour
All
a
right.
pot of coffee, jab yourself with some stims. It's all good.
This is fine.
Like it's like they just bribe the OSHA inspectors and say like, "See, we have workplace safety. Look at all these healing injectors."
You know there's some mad OSHA inspector in this world that's just like, I don't care how much magic's on site. You can't do this.
Yep. All right,
Sorry.
I'm going to then aim down sight. Again, I'm using the Infinity Rifle to roll, but we'll add in the railgun later. I'm going to take another
for sure.
shot. Second range increment now, so I'm at -2.
Alright, so... 2, it's gonna be a
Hopefully that hits.
16.
And I'm using one of the
will
new-
do it.
And I'm using another Diatha round, I should add.
Oh, you can slam a Diatha in there. Go ahead and give me an extra 2d4 then, as the round seems to detonate on his chest armor.
And the first one would have been as well. I wasted that one, so that's fine. We have 23 remaining.
Gotcha. The first one, kind of, it did ping off over there and did have that, like, explosive moment. This one seems to detonate on his chest armor. Okay, perfectly average. He is getting close to bloodied after that. He's taking a lot of damage. Alright, that is his turn. And... that's 20 feet. Alright. Let's take a let's take a page out of Shaw's book here. So he runs up below the smoke over here. And with an arm almost as impressive as yours, Shaw, he is going to huck a frag grenade and try to split the difference between you and Roland. Alright, that's something.
Please tell me he rolled a natural 1.
A natural something. But I like your confidence. Alright, so that's gonna be... I need a reflex save from you and Roland. He did indeed crit, which is gonna double the d6s of this grenade. Ooh, that is a pass, Shaw.
Grenade!
Grenade! Alright, let's see if Roland can follow in your wake here, though. Oh, hell yeah. Thanks to your timely warning, Shaw. You know what's up with grenades. You're a bombard. The two of you hit the deck, and you're both going to reduce this from 14 to 7 damage. You hear him chuckle. And then in that same gravelly voice, Ghoul, sick 'em. Alright, Ghoul. Athletics check. Everyone give me a perception check there as you guys see Ghoul the Hound run up on Scorpio. Refine, what are you doing? So the third one? Eyes of a fucking eagle. Refine, from the back, like, I imagine she's sighting up through the scope. You can totally call this out over the comms to your team. Ghoul was very much avoiding certain spots, and you look at the ground and realized that the Merc has mined the ground from about here down the canyon.
Hey, good to know.
Scorpio, you got so close to a mine. I was blown away by the pattern you made. Like, when you're like, this one, then 5 this way, I was like, oh, holy shit. Also, this whole encounter is blowing my mind. There's no reason this guy would have ever seen my work, but I wrote a sniper encounter like this in a canyon legit like 5 years ago. I made about 10 different types of magical traps, made a grid map, and marked all the various traps on my end. Although the sniper was a undead gunslinger, so a bit different. Alright, Ghoul, as he approaches, let's see, he is going to lunge at Scorpio. Scorpio, that is a 18 against KAC.
Yep, that'll hit.
Alright, that is going to be 4 damage. And I need you to make a fortitude save. Ooh, we did forget one thing earlier. It is once per day, but you do let's see. It hasn't been much time since the event with the mother. Give me 2 fortitude saves, Scorpio. I did forget about your poison effect earlier.
All right.
Okay, you made the requisite amount of saves. You would have fought off the effects for about like 10 minutes or so. You'd have been feeling very lethargic, but you cured it before this moment, so this is not relevant. So I do need to make a fortitude save. As the hound's fangs sink into you, your flesh begins to ache.
All right.
Yeah, so one last fortitude. You are good to go, but you immediately can tell, like, whatever the fuck's going on with this dog's bite, it's a bad time. That is our 2 enemies' turns. Toss it over to Roland. I think Roland is not going to use a slot for it this time, so I don't think it's as good, but is going to go in with the Infinite Worlds. Or it has to be 1 slot. And that is not going to dazzle anyone, unfortunately. Alright. Roland's going to stay in cover there. Let's toss this back over to our new sniper. Refine, what's your move?
Well, since the sniper's behind cover, I'm gonna aim and then fire at
The hound.
hound.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. All right.
Uh, 16. This is against his KAC. That does indeed punch a hole through the side of the hound. Let's see, Ghoul. He is most assuredly bloodied after just 1 shot.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice.
Toss it over your bot, who now has the high ground, is the only one with the high ground, really.
Yes. So the bot will move. Actually. All right. First thing that's going to happen is
Ooh.
SB is going to shoot at the hound.
Ooh. What kind of armaments does this bot have? Damn!
Very
You guys
high roll.
see in immediate quick... Was that max on both damage rolls?
Yeah.
It was.
Wow. Okay. You guys see your fine. Bullet from the sniper rifle, almost in perfect sync. Another crack rings out from the top of the canyon. At first, it's like a double echo now. And since you maxed out damage on that one as well, you exactly take out the hound.
Nice.
It had
Awesome.
It fucking had 22 health, and you needed max damage to take that. That's wild.
As it lets go of Scorpio, it's like he'll look over at you, knowing that you see him through scope. Will just give you a thumbs up.
Wonderful. And then SB is just gonna move action to try and get as close to where that repelling point is as possible within the smoke.
All right. And how many rounds is your smoke grenade lasting right now?
I think
I
this
genuinely forget. It's
is round.
I can check, but
This is the second round it's been around. I don't know.
yeah,
How long
it's only been 2 rounds. It has not been a long time. I think it's a minute or something. Yeah, a minute. So 10 rounds. Damn, smoke grenades are well. All right.
easy. Credits well spent.
Scorpio, over to you.
All right. All right. I'd say not wanting to potentially risk entering melee with this guy. So I think Scorpio still under cover here. I guess since we're all throwing grenades around here, I'll have him grab one of the Mark II frag grenades, and let's see. I'll go ahead and here, doop, doop, and basically just like chuck it around the corner, probably centering it around like here, probably around here or here. So
All right, he banked it off that way.
Try to
He's
get
gonna
him.
make a Reaper's Mark II, right? Yep. He is gonna pass, so he will have that to 1, unfortunately, with the damage roll.
All right. Oh, that's something.
We see he staggers to the side from the force of the blast.
All right. Let's see
You
that.
all killed Ghoul. You're dead. You're all fucking dead.
Some movement, move back, up, and then that'll do for me.
All right, tossing it over to Shaw. Hound's dead. This man's crouching behind cover. Got a big old burn wound on him after your last shot.
All right, I will 5-foot step forward. Do I see where the mines are? Or am I not make sure I'm not stepping in one of the mines that she
you
called
know it's
out?
mine. I'm gonna say you can make a perception check. It's gonna be with a much lower DC now, because you saw Hound's path in that. Okay, I'm gonna draw some boxes for the ones that you did see. Once I check my map and make sure I did it right. Okay. You think if you step there, you will trigger a mine. If you step in here, you will trigger a mine. In this area, and then there's one more. Shit, where's the last one? One more up at the back.
Okay.
So there is a
Alright, so
potential
I'll-
path through on the zigzag.
Okay.
But
I'm
that's
not getting that close to him. I'll take one more step forward, which now puts me within the primary range increment for the railgun.
Oh fuck!
So full bonus now. And just calmly aim down sight. Don't worry, you'll join your doggy soon enough. And
You're
fire.
gonna have a hit after that line. That'll do it though with 9
All right,
damage.
no, it's a different damage roll. It's 1d8.
Oh right, that's right.
Well, it'd be 1d8 plus 3 plus 2d4, because again, I'm using another diatha round. Sorry, I need to call that beforehand, assuming I'm using one, because that's the only
I
ammo we have
figured you've been
for it.
doing it the whole fight for Diathera rounds. Okay, so roll. It's me a D8 plus 2d4 plus whatever your proficiency is plus 3.
Oh, come
Oh
on.
my lord. Okay.
Rough.
I will say the good news is after that shot, which pings him in the shoulder, you see a line of blood because to trickle down that weird bone armor he's got on the left arm. Directions are hard. He is bloody now.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Let's toss it. Over to him.
Well, no, I took a 5-foot step. Actually, there's nothing else I can do with my move action. I might as well finish my move. So yeah, I'll just, instead of doing a 5-foot step, I'll just use that for the remainder of my move and move up to here, I guess. Otherwise, I'm just standing out in the open for no reason.
I don't think you can split movement in Starfinder. Is that Pathfinder 1?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. All right then. Yeah. Then I commit
No,
to my.
yeah, it's
poor decision.
either 5 foot or that.
Then I commit to my poor life choices. We'll go from there.
All right, fair enough. All right, he's still got some health left. So he's leaving behind cover, and the guys are still blown by his cover bonus at the moment. He is going to sight up on Scorpio next, actually. All right, this is gonna be with his tactical rail cannon. Jesus. All right, he's gonna nat 20 Scorpio as well, because this man is a fucking machine, apparently. There's another dice for this. There it is. All right, Scorpio, you are going to get hit for 18 as the cannon slams you full in the chest, and because it was a crit, you are bleeding for 2.
I got 1 stamina left.
That's the end of his turn. Dog's dead. Roland.
Is here.
Oh, Roland, are you here now? Oh, thank God, Roland. Take
Yes,
a turn, dude.
technically. How many of my spell slots have you used?
I used 2 slots.
Okay, I'm still logging into Roll20, but can I see him?
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of behind cover, but you have line of sight. You're about 75 feet away from him.
I think that's close enough. I'm gonna full round action puncture veil at him.
All right. He's got to make the save, right?
Yeah.
What's your DC again? Sorry, I know I literally just looked at it, but
Whatever it says +1. But if you click it, it's puncture veil part 2.
Spells, puncture veil part 2. So that's gonna be 6 damage. Wait, I'm gonna look at part 1 as well. Are you targeting 2 creatures? Or
No, part 2 is full action for only 1 creature.
Oh, okay. It takes 2d4 and then bleeding 2. Gotcha. Okay, so he does take the 6. He's starting to get pretty low. We're not quite in... Oh, actually, yeah, we're damn close to single-digit territory. And he is going to be bleeding for 2. Anything else, Roland? As the veil is punctured.
No, that's it. It's full round.
Alright, in that case, over to our sniper who just double tapped the hound last round.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot at or take aim with my move and then shoot at him.
Okay. Peeking out from around cover. That was just, you clicked the item, not the attack.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do that plenty. Woo, baby. You guys see, Refine leans out behind cover, quickly sights down, and the bullet takes the Noir full in the chest, and he goes down in a spray of blood. What do you guys do?
Shaw looks over. Fine shooting.
I'm going to send... I'm going to say thank you, and then I'm going to send my robot to find the repel point.
You find it's about right there.
Alright, and then I'll start making my way in that direction, I guess.
Alright. What is your movement?
So
I know we're out of combat, but I require
Yeah.
knowledge.
I'm gonna start by just getting up to Shaw. Can I try and make an observation to check if I see any more, specifically now that I'm up here?
Yeah.
And can I also have SB make one from above,
Yeah.
looking for them?
Is anyone else
That's-
trying to loot the shit off Noir or investigating the Hound?
I would help with the looting. I would also see if I could make an engineering check to try and recover the mines, so we have some extra explosives.
Ooh, I would say yeah.
Do I need to make an engineering check for that?
You don't see any additional mines. That would be an engineering check. Is that what you're doing as they're moving in on the various bodies? All right.
Yeah, at the risk of blowing myself up.
I mean,
You know,
I can.
It's funny you mention that, Shaw. I'm going to position some people on what you're investigating. In 2 rounds, you wouldn't quite get all the way to him. As you begin to investigate the Hound, Shaw, you're just eyeing the mines right now, figuring out what the fuck to do with them. You're closing in to loot him, Refine. You guys see...
No. I'm not going that far yet. I'm just trying to make my way through the minefield.
Yeah. That's about as far as you can get, like, a round and a half, right?
Sure.
Distance-wise?
Yeah.
You guys see...
I'm a little farther than you get.
You see the Noir jerks, coughs up some blood, leaps to his feet, runs to you guys, and you see pulls a pin off a grenade, and through the blood, it's Edgecore. You don't just get to quit. And I need the 3 of you to make a reflex save.
Boy.
Alright, Scorpio with an 8, Shaw with a 14, and then, last but not least, Refine. What's your... Oh, Refine got a 19 above that. Alright, Refine, and... Wait, let me double check his grenade. Refine and indeed Shaw both pass. Scorpio do not. Refine and Shaw, you guys take 6 more damage as a frag grenade rips this guy apart. And Scorpio, you take 10. You're pretty confident he couldn't do that again, as his torn up body hits the ground.
The rain of giblets comes back down.
And I will remove our smoke now that we're not on combat time anymore.
The Scorpio gets flung back against the wall. It's like...
But yeah, in a worrying final display, it seems like this guy was indeed in Edgecore higher.
Boy, that didn't take long.
Sorry,
Shaw looks over at Scorpio. It's like, we gotta stop looking like this at the end of our fights.
What is Edgecore?
Here, I can send you some of the primers, but basically it is a massive, like Amazon level company. This is the symbol. Its full name is the Evgenia Jameson Corporation, which is EJ Core, which people just call it Edgecore.
Got it.
These guys, you aren't, because of your backstories are different, but these guys are all working for the company as just like low-level delivery people. This is such like a shitty faceless corporation. You know, they're clearly taking advantage of their workers, but they have a very far reach and a lot of power.
They got upset that you all no longer want to have to pee in bottles on your deliveries.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Also because the ship that you saw on your way in, that's Edgecore property, baby. They took that.
Oh, okay.
So,
And a priceless prototype at that.
yeah, so the priceless part of the prototype, right, Refine, is that Edgecore has finally refined these, like, space-bending cargo holds that, much like, you know, Doctor Who, they will double the amount of storage space you could have on a ship.
Okay.
Extremely important for a shipping corporation.
Yeah.
They decided to quit because a crime boss convinced them to. He even had them quit so they could get severance, and which was maybe my favorite role of the game so far, as you guys were rolling for stock options and severance pay. But once they were stockholders, they were eligible to visit the factory where the ship was getting built, and they stole it, hoping to make a giant score and sell it to Lord St. John, the crime boss. But upon delivery, they were immediately jumped by a bunch of drow who tried to end their lives.
Okay.
So yeah, now everyone hates them.
Cool.
But you definitely, I don't think the guy who hired you and sent you over to help them, you would not know this right now. So to refine, this guy just ran up, shouted the name of a very prominent shipping organization, and killed himself in an attempt to kill all of you.
Yeah, I'm rather confused at the moment, but I'm just, going along with it for now.
Scorpio will slowly make his way to his feet, looking very battered and bruised, and just say, like, yeah, that guy worked for our former employer.
See, things did not go very well.
Yeah, we didn't really leave on good terms.
Not
That
so
happens
much.
at times.
Let's recover what's left of his stuff. Maybe see if we can get these mines, and let's get the hell out of here.
All right, some of his gear, a little bit of it can still be, a lot of it's just mulched. He did try to just like jump up and run at you guys, which means he did leave his 2 big guns on the ground behind him.
Please and thank you.
So there is 2 guns. There's the tactical rail cannon that he was primarily shooting. And there was a Maze Core Merc mine layer.
Cool.
2 fun guns. Yeah, basically the rail cannon, if you can use it, it's straight upgrade of the rail gun.
Can I use the same rounds, or does it take different ammo?
I will check the rail cannon. I believe it is a different amount of rounds. It is heavy rounds, yeah. It's not long.
Okay. I thought so, but I figured it couldn't hurt to check.
No, fair enough. The mine layer is basically a specialized version of the grenade launcher. That you can like fire into like different positions to hold spots. It also holds a lot more grenades than the standard grenade launcher.
Gotcha. I think Shaw would want to take him. I don't know if we'll. I mean, let's be honest. With 2 soldiers on the team, we're probably gonna be hoarding a whole bunch of guns.
That's very true. I will say, because it is meant to be very durable. He does have like a survival data pad, like something like a construction laptop, like that level of thing. It is a bit busted up, but I think if someone wanted to make a computer's check to try to strip any data out of it, you could try.
I'll go for it.
You guys are someone with computers now. Let's go. And then we'll take a quick bathroom break. Let's do this. All right. There is not a lot to go on here. Very little survived, and what did survive, it's very clear that he is a quality merc. He wipes a lot of the data so that people can't, find out anything about him. You do see that he has had contact with someone who is working for EdgeCore. He has been in contact with Elaine, the golden-looking woman from the first book, who was building the ship. That'd be Elaine Rizoria.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna give you guys some XP as well, and then once we do that, we can go to the bathroom. Let's see. God, Hound was hardly even a challenge. Oh, also, Scorpio, if you'd failed that, Hound's fangs were so radioactive, you would have skipped the development period, which can be days or months or whatever, and just immediately contract radiation poisoning.
Lovely.
But
Ooh,
you're
boy.
good. You fought it off like a champ. Everyone's gonna get another 3 hundo.
Nice.
On that, let's take a bathroom break. Back in 5 minutes or so.
They're cats. Shenanigans are what they do.
That is a fair point.
Sorry, I was on the phone with family. I just had a thing going on.
Oh no, you're fine. All right. So you got that data. Oh, we do something. Make an engineering check. See if you can recover those mines.
I can go for that, but I don't know if it'll be any good.
Oh, you do have you do have engineering.
I'll assist with that.
That was not good.
Whoo, boy. Okay. Thought I was done with that page. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Jesus Christ, immediately. Alright, let's say that we're gonna say these all go off. Luckily, 2 out of 4 are just flash grenades. So that's something. But considering you two are the ones defusing the other 2, each of you give me... give me 1 reflex save. We'll consolidate this damage a little bit. It's a pass.
Not.
Not a pass. Total refine is gonna take 6. Shaw, you're gonna take 12.
Okay.
Are you
Somehow
up
I am still up. Barely.
I have still not gone down into hit points yet. I'm still in stamina.
still? Well, I guess he didn't shoot a lot at you, to be fair.
Yeah. I'm not complaining. I want to clarify.
No, now you get more damage because you complain. Goodness gracious. Okay. So yeah, you don't get any of the grenades. That ship has sailed.
That's fine.
Alright.
I think at this point, Shaw just kind of lets up, kind of like, you know, Loki when he's been pounded into the floor by the Hulk. They're kind of like the deflated.
Yeah. 100%. Alright. One last thing in this canyon. Everyone, whoever wants to examine his body, if you want to examine the mulch, give me a life science check. Refine, you bend over this bounty hunter. Also, everyone's making a culture check, actually, try to figure out who the fuck this dude is. Refine, there's distinct evidence that his body has been host to a great number of nanites for a long time.
Okay.
Roland on a 25 for culture. You would know that this noir is a man by the name of Creech Nacken. Which I can put his name in the chat. It's also on the handout. But Creech. On a 25, you would know that Creech is a pretty gets the job done merc and bounty hunter. He does have a bit of a reputation as a conspiracy fiend. The ideas of Greys and Reptoids and other aliens like that supposedly investing all corners of the Pact Worlds, from the stewards being infested themselves. As a result, that would partially explain to you why there would be nanites in him if they were trying to protect against that type of attack. Apart from that, you know, he's very expensive. They threw a lot of money at this problem.
After thinking about all that, Roland would say out to everybody, yeah, they're really serious about getting rid of us. This was a good Not their best, but still pretty good. So we're in some deep trouble.
Yep. Scorpio's still like sort of like holding his side. I'm like, I think I lost a piece of my spleen. I don't even know what a spleen is.
Good old Vesk spleen.
Shaw kind of grimaces. Let's get back to the ship. See if we can figure out a way out of here.
I'd say I'll save some time right now. I think you guys are all capable, if you took 20, getting out of this canyon now that it's not backed up by anything.
I mean, we've still got the rappel thing, right?
Yeah, you could just climb straight out from that side.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do.
I'll do that as well.
1 healing for Scorpio as well. Roland said. Oh, are you saying 1 serum or 1 healing?
1 serum.
Oh, okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll a d8, Scorpio. See what you get back from that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right, okay. We got some good stuff. All right. All right. In that case, you are able to get back to the ship, where you'll be able to fly it the rest of the way to the ranch. Bring us back over to the ship. Shaw, I assume you're up front piloting. Where do you think the rest of you guys would be hanging out?
Let's see here. Scorpio would also thank you for the heal there. Scorpio would thank you, and he would basically make his way to his room, and as he does, he would just sort of like sit on the bed, and then he would take out his communicator and then just look at the picture he had saved of Sho, and he would just sort of stare at it in a moment of silence, and then just say, you know, I hope I do find you, if only just so I can wonder what you see in me.
As that's going on, I'm going to ask 2 more questions, then we're going to double back to you, Shaw, up front of the piloting seat. Roland, where do you think you are in the ship at the moment? I had you playing in the holo deck at the bottom right for a little bit earlier.
Roland would probably be talking to the new person. What's your name? Refine?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, Roland would probably be talking to them.
Where do you think you guys would be? Are you in the cargo hold with all the Diffraxis or somewhere else?
I mean, for me, it would depend on where I'm allowed to go.
That's true.
So,
I mean, they seemed pretty injured, so I imagine they didn't put much of a fuss as you climbed in to finish the job, but... Roland, what do you think?
Roland would probably keep them in the cargo. For now.
Both of you give me a perception check in the cargo hold, and while we're doing that... sorry, we're not going to go back to Shaw yet. However, Scorpio, as you're looking at that photo, your communicator briefly beeps. You guys aren't in the drifter right now, you're just flying over the planet. And you see that you have a new, basically text message from Shotzi Blackheart.
The fuck? You guys had a party and you didn't invite me?
Dude, whoa! What up? Can you make a character in the next hour? Join us. Welcome back. Hey, J-Boss.
Probably. What level?
Level 4. Feel free to keep listening in, though.
Right.
If you're going to be rejoining anyway, and keep up what's going on.
Yeah, I just
welcome back.
clicked the
Welcome
link.
back. Yes, but you see that you leave the message kind of like not read just in your inbox, or do you open it up, Scorpio? What do you think?
He'll just sort of like give a sigh, and then he'll just sort of move to lay on the bed, and then he'll go ahead and open the message.
All right. You see, it is basically just the text, read this, and an attached image file. The image file itself is extremely redacted. Looks like this is a file that she has taken from the Black Heart, like, security area. And you see there's a lot of information that is entirely blacked out. You can't see it. One part seems to mention Vesk operatives, but from the phrasing and placement on the document, it wouldn't make sense that they'd be talking about their own operatives. This would be someone else. It also alludes to the fact that these operatives have been hanging around Vesk 2 and Vesk 3, near where you all have been. And that's the length of it, basically.
Yeah. He does read it over, and he's a bit curious. It's like, two of them have very rarely gotten along growing up, and he decides to text her back, and he thinks for a moment. Let's see here. So he does decide he just says, text back, thanks, how are you? He actually doesn't like text speak.
You send that message on over, and you
like
see how are you? Nice. You see first like the message, and then it looks like she does have read receipts on. You see that she's seen the message. You see 3 dots come up. Stop. 3 dots come up again. Stop. And then nothing else. Alright. While that puzzling exchange is going on, let's go over to Roland. Roland and Refine, you guys are hanging out in the cargo hold. Once again, at this point, it has been long enough that if everyone here would like to spend a resolve point, you may to restore your stamina, if you think that's what you would have done.
Yep, last one.
How long exactly would it be? Because I would rather spend my time trying to...
It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay. Then I'm going to spend those 10 minutes trying to fix up health on my bot.
Yeah, you can do that.
Give an extra 3 to that for now.
Alright. Roland, towards the end of that 10 minutes, the animals have been, this hold is pretty massive. They've been kind of out in the distance because it is that weird space-bending technology. But you look up, you hear some kind of odd noises going on. You hear some of them begin to like and they start to howl, and you see some of them are scratching at the walls. You begin to hear that as those sounds build up and spread through parts of the herd, on a 24 Roland, you begin to see some of the veins light up inside of them, even through their thick hide and fur. And you see the light of those veins begins to pulse quicker and quicker. What do you do?
I'm gonna assume we have an intercom, but
Yeah,
he's just gonna go to the intercom.
Too.
Yeah. We have a problem in the cargo bay. We have a problem in the cargo bay. Glowing animals that are not supposed to be glowing.
All right. As you that, are you staying in the cargo bay or are you leaving? Like, are you trying to interact with them or leave them where they're at?
I think he would stay in there just to see what's happening, but he wouldn't react right away. So, like, he would maybe inch closer.
You see the glowing ones. A lot of them seem very distressed at this point. The glowing ones in particular. What the fuck are you doing? How did you get back there? Like, how does, like, behind the bookshelf where I keep the RPG books / under my desk? What are you doing, dude? Oh, hey, what's up? The ones, all of them look extremely angry at this point. The ones that are glowing, you see they begin to keel over one by one, and then the light begins painfully bright to look at as a bunch of them detonate in the cargo hold. There is... yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
As they detonate, you feel a crackle of electricity on your skin. All the lights on the whole ship flicker as your electrical systems begin to be disrupted. Shaw, I need a piloting check as you fight to maintain control of the ship.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Alright. Piloting. Alright. Everyone is going to take 3 bludgeoning damage as the ship begins to buck and list in atmosphere. And then we're going to start, not quite a combat encounter, but we are going to resolve what is going on this ship. Let me change up some of our stuff here. Alright, everyone in the crew begins to spring into action as this begins to go down. I'm going to play some battle music, but it is going to be a little bit loud, so turn it down if you would need to.
So, out of curiosity,
Yes.
why did... I'm guessing my research mentioned nothing about these things exploding.
Oh, it, yeah, definitely did not.
Okay. Or payday.
Alright.
How many of them explode? How many of them are still alive?
Oh, like 4 or 5.
Okay, so most of them are fine.
It was not a huge percentage by any means.
Okay.
As you guys realize the ship is beginning to lose power, Roland, rather concerningly, the doors here seem to decompress, and the Defrexes begin to stampede down the central aisle of the ship. Scorpio, you can hear them racing down the center hall. Before anything can get entirely redirected as they begin to bully their way through doors, a couple of them manage to burst into one of the various additions on your ship. As they smash their way toward what is, in this case, remnants of an arcane laboratory. Alright. Problem lights, red lights begin blinking on your console, Shaw. There are problems all over the ship. You think you are going to need to deal with all of them to get this thing flying correctly. Currently, the lights, I'll put a red circle in each area. There are lights blinking in number 2, number 5, number 10, obviously, at the cargo hold, and 14, the hologram chamber.
Can we take a second and just tell me what all the rooms are? Sorry.
Yes,
Probably
you're good.
So-
I was going to revisit anyway because we haven't spent a lot of time on this map yet. Alright, so 2, Arcane Laboratory. Number 5, that is a tech workshop. Number 10, that is the like massive super special cargo hold. Number 14 is what is known as an HAC, which is like basically a recreational suite. It's like a holodeck kind of thing. I think it stands for holographic activity chamber, if I recall.
Something like that.
So something in that vein. All right. So a lot going on at once, it must be said. 1 second, turn down music a little bit on my end. All right. Who is going to what areas? Are you going there together, or are you guys trying to rush to fix these effects as quickly as possible? Up to you.
So is the ship still in motion?
It is still currently in motion. Shaw, you kind of have two options. If you want to go help with this stuff, you would have to try to land the ship. You're not super far off the ground, so even if you don't, you just need like a pretty simple piloting check to set it down. Probably not going to be a gentle landing, but it's not terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go ahead and put us down first and foremost.
All right, so give me a piloting check. While he's doing that, what are the rest of you trying to do? Are you all going to one of these 4 locations, or are you each kind of splitting off?
I'm gonna stay here, and I'm gonna send my drone into the tech.
All right, so your drone's going to take off toward the tech room. Roland, what are you thinking?
Roland was kind of in between either staying here or going up to the hologram room.
Dealer's choice. Sounds like we at least got the robot up there. You're down here. Roland, you thinking which one? And then Scorpio, which would you like to do as well? If you need Roland, if you need time to decide.
He'll probably stay in cargo.
Okay, stay in cargo. Scorpio, what are you doing as the commotion thunders past?
All right. I'd say like like ship listed. Maybe got my shoulder bang against the door. Door opens and I see the drone flying by. So I would have follow the drone to the tech room.
All right, following over to there. So, piloting. Shaw, you got the 15 just now.
Yes.
You do touch down, and by a significant enough margin that we're not going to take any more damage. I'm going to kind of go top to bottom on the ship for what's going on right now. So first, we're going to go to the Arcane Laboratory. You guys can hear what sounds like, amongst all the noise of these animals trampling around, there are currently bright flashes of intense magical light emanating from that room. Going over to the tech lab. The Defrexes that fled down this way have been forced in, and they damaged a bunch of the laser welders. Now there are 2 robotic arms erratically swinging about, arcing these laser beams in various directions. To disable this, you guys will need to probably do something to either dismantle, reprogram, or destroy the arms outright. These can be checks like athletics to rip the arms apart, computers to access the controls, or engineering to disconnect the power source.
Okay, so with SB,
yeah,
I can take master control and use my checks for SB's checks.
Nice.
So I'm gonna make a computer's check on the lasers.
All right. That is enough to turn them off. There will be an initial effect as you stepped into the room, but the much worse damage could happen from the lasers is not going to happen. Scorpio and the robot give me reflex saves, as you have to jump through a little bit of it to get rid of it. Oh my god, so many nat 20s tonight. Both of you do pass that. You're just going to take 4 fire damage. While that is going on, and while Shaw is setting down the ship, let's go back over to the cargo hold. Roland and Refine, what are you guys doing in there? As you are still in here, there is still a bunch of the animals that have not fled yet. The Diffraxis, you see that another one of them collapses and detonates in here, causing another EMP effect. As this happens, the rear airlock has, this Area 11, has cycled open, leaving you out. Luckily, the ship has already landed, but you can think if this has been opened, other systems are going to start failing. What do you think you do?
Can I try and fix whatever's going on with this room that's
Yeah, I would
causing
say
the doors?
give me an engineering or mysticism check from you guys as the lights and everything's flickering in this room. Okay, almost another 20. It was a 19. Roland, not quite, but Refine. You've clearly already seen, because you loaded these animals on, the weird space-defying properties of this room. If all this explosion and damage keeps happening, the null space field is going to start fluctuating dangerously. That could lead to things like dimensional elongation, entanglement, gravity fluctuations. You need to either do mysticism, physical science, or engineering for you guys to stop the null space fluctuations.
Alright, I guess I will go for engineering again.
Okay. Ooh, excellent. All right. That does do it pretty well. Either you'll have to do it again in a second, or Roland, if you can come in with a mysticism check or physical science, that is exactly the DC enough. Working together with your knowledge of these parallel dimensions and with your knowledge refined of the inner workings of the mechanisms at play here, the two of you stop the chance of any sort of null space fluctuation in here. Luckily in time, this one did not have an initial effect, so you're not going to get any damage from that.
Are they still loading?
You do not see any currently exploding, no. It seems like that might have run its course.
Okay.
I was actually gonna ask about that. Is there any do we notice any particles in the air that could be contamination?
Give me
From
a
the
perception
explosions?
check as you look around the dead Diffraxis. Oh my god, are you serious?
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if you saw at the beginning of Roland, but I think that's Refine, what, your
For fourth,
nat 20 perception?
Yeah, I think 4 or 5.
Alright, I'm just gonna give you the fucking answer. Fuck me for rolling perception checks. So, it looks like whatever nanites were in the guy infected some of your herd.
Okay.
The nanites initially, it looks like he was using them as some sort of protection against reptoids and alien conspiracies, but he wasn't an engineer. So someone gave him these nanites, which must have, for him not to be suspicious, been doing the task he asked for until now, when they entered these creatures and began this protocol to detonate them from the inside.
Okay, and do I think that none of the other creatures are infected?
You think it's in a limited exposure time between these two events? It's probably run its course. The nanites likely wouldn't have been able to transfer from a second host to a third, and considering how little time this all happened in, wouldn't have had time to infect more than a handful of the herd.
Got it. Can I try and recover some of these so that I can study them?
I'll say, yeah, at the end of this encounter, you can make probably a physical science check to successfully harvest nanites.
Okay.
Alright, while that's going on, no one is on the other floor of the holodecks. You don't precisely know what's going on in there. But let's start this all over again. Shaw, you are now freed up because you did successfully land the ship. What's your plan at the moment?
I'm guessing I've heard over the intercom who's going where.
I imagine you guys have been reporting in.
All right, I'll go yell. I'm going to Arcane Laboratory.
Door partially hisses open because the power flares. You have to like use your muscles, like pull the sliding doors open the rest of the way, Shaw.
All right.
All right. So you're going there. We'll deal with what's in there in a second once I see where everyone else is going. Scorpio, where are you headed? 5 seems to be taken care of, as is 10. The 7 over here is the elevator that would lead you to the hologram room.
All right. I guess knowing that you're speaking through the drone, I'll just sort of like motion to follow and just say like come on, we gotta get. It's like we gotta get to the recreation suite. See what's going on.
All right, the drone will just follow you then.
All right, skitters along the floor after you. This, like the electricity elevator keeps stuttering out, and there's like a really worrying moment where you think you're not gonna be able to get there, but you do touch down on the next floor. I can drag you guys down there. So you went down that other circle, by the way. That's like if you decide to go up, it leads to the turret.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys go through there, jump through the galley where you guys have your meals, and the upper... Sorry, this one is up, turret is down. I always get the top and bottom of the ship mixed up.
Got it.
Head into there. Then, Roland and Refine, are you guys staying in there? To kind of monitor?
No, I'm gonna go help Shaw.
Alright, Refine comes skidding around the corner. Roland, are you going upstairs or to the front of the ship?
10 is solved, right? Here for now.
It seems solid for now, yeah. You think you could probably just seal the animals back up in here? Maybe they might injure themselves a little. You think any more death is unlikely, and it's probably fine.
Okay, Roland will go up to 14.
Alright, Roland speeding upstairs after you guys. So, let's go top of the map, then bottom of the map. So, in the Arcane Laboratory, as you two rush to the doors, there is, again, a bunch of these animals kind of running amok down here. You see that they have knocked over several containers of sensitive arcane reagents, as well as damaging magical equipment. This has released a variety of harmful energies into the room. The magical chaos is further fueling the herd's panic as they claw and rend at each other amid the confusion. You think this would need 2 different things. 1, a survival check to calm down the beast and stop making this worse, and a mysticism check to get the arcane features under control.
Oh boy.
I'm better at mysticism than survival.
Yeah, and I'm definitely better at survival than mysticism. So.
All right, I'll say Shaw, mysticism, Refine, go for that survival or reverse. Sorry.
What the?
Jeez.
Fuck.
How can you have loaded dice on a
All right.
VTT?
Shaw, you're not allowed to have any reservations about Refine and character from joining the crew anymore. You've
Nope.
literally only seen her be so impressive. Like, insta kills the dog, spots the fucking tiniest detail in a pile of mud. Not the caster in the group, but has disabled the mystical features. You guys nailed that check. There is gonna be an initial effect, because the magic was already ongoing and not stopped last round. I'm gonna roll a d6. Ooh, this means you're not gonna be able to back up your friends up there next time if they don't successfully do it this turn. With one last burst of reagents filling the room, there's a strange, almost calming bluish purple aura fills the room. The pair of you, I need you to make will saves.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna say that Frexes auto-fail this at this point. Or actually, I guess they would say it.
What the hell?
That's 3 in a row.
Okay, first, ignoring the fact that there's been like a million this session, specifically 3 in a row, that is a 1 in 8,000 chance.
It's Ben, this is just like what comes around for how badly Seth rolled.
I guess. Yeah, fair enough. All right, I'll give
Seth
it to you.
got like 30 nat ones all the time.
You're really proving the fact that you're really proving that this algorithm balances out eventually.
Yup.
Holy shit. All right,
Shaw is out cold, probably.
Refine, feel free to go help upstairs next round. Shaw, you're gonna be dazed for 2 rounds as you just kind of stare into the pretty blue and purple lights with the rest of the beasts. Just
I think as
standing there.
badly injured as he is, that makes good narrative sense too.
That's freaking crazy. Okay, well, let's see. Maybe the robot and Roland and Scorpio can knock out the top anyway. Let's go over to the holodeck.
To be fair, the robot can use my skill checks. Well, not this round, but it could next round anyway.
All right. You guys enter there, and before I describe what you're seeing, it's extremely obvious the electromagnetic pulses have severely damaged the HAC. Give me a culture check from you guys. I'm gonna say not from the robot, because you're probably a little bit distracted.
I mean, the robot has its own stats.
Now I've got the natural 20 on something I have
just
a -1 in.
can't do anything with it.
I
just
feel
can't use
bad
my
because this
stats.
was like not the roll. I feel like I made you waste the nat 20. With the nat 20, Scorpio, you are extremely sure that the HAC has begun to activate footage from a Trivid, like a hologram movie. This is Skitter Soldiers, New Friends of Destruction. You see that as you arrive and look in, there are 3 Skittermander commandos and a Vesk warrior, all of whom are furiously fighting around the room against, like, just anything they can see. Miraculously, because you guys have a massive elevator lift, one of the Defrects did manage to get in here and is just so confused by what it is fighting right now, which is essentially hard light holograms. Beautiful. With that in mind, a couple things you can do here. To disable this trap, essentially, you guys have to destroy the hard light holograms in combat, or disable the malfunctioning projectors, or reprogram the computer itself. You need 2 successes to successfully do this. You can either do computers to reprogram, mysticism to dispel the weird energies affecting the holograms, which you don't know normally the holograms from this movie should not have mass in any way. Like, this is just a holo chamber, but they have clearly attained mass. Or it would be an engineering check to, like, rip the projectors apart.
Alright, I'm gonna have to do Mystic because it's the only one of those I don't have a penalty in.
I don't understand.
I mean, I'll check my math, but I am 90% sure 4 in a row is 1 in 16,000 or something like that. Hold on. 4 nat 20s in a row would be... Sorry, I said 16,000. Forgot a 0 on there, baby. It's 1 in 160,000.
Holy fuck!
Someone needs to go to Vegas.
What the actual fuck? That's like 0.00003% or something. Foul.
I don't know what's going on.
Alright, well, fuck me for this challenge. Yeah, the... You guys take that room apart. Briefly, you see the Skittermander commandos all bow to the Vesk warrior in this very pompous display before flickering off. The remaining beast in here kind of just flops on its stomach, panting, clearly so confused as to what is happening. Alright, that was something. Well, that means the dazing, not super important at this point. You can come out of that daze. For successfully repairing all the traps here, everyone is going to get 400 XP. Goodness gracious. Alright. With all this done, and you guys are able to restore power, while they're fixing stuff up, I'm going to double back to refine, because you did ask for this. Go ahead and give me a physical science check to try to harvest these nanites and get an idea of what's going on. I would also accept, honestly... Yeah, never mind. I don't know why I bothered saying also. You got it. There's very little left here to examine. However, it is enough to confirm to you that these nanites are edge core tech.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. All right.
Makes me
you
think that
guys-
they had a kill switch on their mercenary.
That's a good thought.
Yeah. That was my assumption.
All right, you guys start fixing the ship. Hit the galley, get some gabagool, get some food, and you're able to set off back toward Vesk 3 here. To head towards Skittermander Ranch. Sorry,
there is one-
Skitterhaven Ranch. Excuse me.
I would want to do one thing during the trip.
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
I would say as we're all in the galley, I would have my communicator out, and I would say, everyone, show I got a message from my sister.
Presumably, yeah, you pass on what the message is. Just remind everyone, redacted document. Seems like there's some sort of Vesk agents on Vesk 2 and Vesk 3 near the areas you guys have been. They're not with Blackheart, which is Scorpio's family company.
Out of curiosity, I don't know, and maybe I don't. I may need to roll a culture check or something for this. You tell me. Would I know if Edge Corp has significant holdings in the Veskarium?
That's an excellent question. Edge Core is extremely vast. You know, they would have at least something. I would say if you wanted to make a culture check with a +4, because you are former employees, to see if, like, you know, with all the other shipment people that you've known, do you know anything about that? I would say that'll bring up to a 13. I mean, you know they have holdings out here, but nothing rings a bell in your head of, like, they have a significant base or anything like that.
I'm just wondering if I just don't know what their pull is with the Veskarian military. If they're so. Shaw kind of groans when he hears that. I sincerely hope we don't have to be dealing with Veskarian commandos while we're at it. Today's already been interesting enough.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I was actually a little surprised, because I actually can't remember the last time Shotzi ever did anything even remotely nice for me. Like last time for, like, my birthday, like, you know, like, I was, you know, when I was still on base training and everything, she actually came to visit, and I thought, hey, well, it's kind of cool, we could, like, catch up, and we could, like, you know, maybe go have some dinner, maybe go to arcade or something. But no, apparently she just played this really elaborate prank on me just so that I could walk into this bakery and get a pie slammed in my face.
Based.
Shaw, your sister's a piece of work. You sure she's not maybe trying to set us up with a trap or something?
Oh, that's the thing, right? Like, I'd imagine if it was a trap, like, she would, like, she would tell us specifically to go, where to go or where not to go or something. But no, I don't know. It's like I even texted her back, just wanted to see how she was doing. But and he looks down at the communicator to see if she's responded yet. Not really expecting.
She, yeah, still hasn't.
But still nothing. and then you see the response was like many hours ago.
Shaw chuckles. You know, she might not just want anybody else getting on you. She might want you herself.
Well, at least I hope that she doesn't find out where she. I just hope she doesn't find out about Show, because oof, that make things real complicated real quick.
Well, I don't think I said in my recap, but you did find that information last time, Scorpio, about the aquatic planet.
Oh yeah, you did. I still got that in my notes.
Okay, cool. I couldn't remember if I'd mentioned that today or not, but yeah, you definitely found that.
But I would guess for you, our new friend, like Scorpio would basically give you the rundown where, Shotzi is his younger sister. He comes from a company called Black Art Security that his family runs, and there's a big rivalry thing going on where he was supposed to inherit the company, but, she really wants it.
Ooh, baby. All right. Is anyone else doing anything while they're fixing it up?
I have one other
anything to say to Scorpio?
I'd actually ask Scorpio, may I see the document she sent you real quick?
Oh, sure. And he'll actually send, and he'll forward it over to you on your communicator.
I have a look. Do I recognize the unit markings, or have those been redacted?
Those do appear to have been redacted. It's honestly, it's super not a lot to go on. If she was really trying to be helpful, that this was exceedingly not helpful. Like, it was barely the fact that there are agents around. Not of what, not working for who, none of that.
Shaw grumbles. Not a lot to go on. We need to offload this cargo and get the hell out of here. I think it's probably best that we find someplace to lay low for a little while and find a little bit off the books work. With that, Shaw kind of lets out a heavy, world-weary sigh, and he'll get ready to start making preparations to lift off once we get all the cargo secured.
All right. Let's see. Make those two. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna move us to a new map then to get to the ranch. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
I am.
Let's see. Where's my Skitter Haven ranch? No point putting this in Fog of War. Not super important. Alright. So, you make your way to the Skitter Haven Ranch. Met outside by Adani and your temporary Skittermander employer, Carmelar. They would invite you guys into the barn as they're starting to push in different Defrexes into different spots. Go ahead and put yourselves in the barn as you're helping them unload. Well, that's not. Didn't put his token. Hold on. That's his token. All right. As you guys, start talking to them, Connor's like, "Well, I must say, you know what? You got a hell of a lot of them here for first-time Wranglers. That was very impressive." Adani, what do you think? Adani's like, I'll admit, you did help us a lot with this. This should help protect our various flocks. I know you lost 6 or 7 or so, but I would still like to pay you for the 70.
Much obliged, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
He's like, yeah, that's right, Adani. And additionally, we talked about it. That was a pretty hard thing y'all did. What would you say to some hazard pay for the crew?
Shaw kind of looks down at the Skittermander as he's blown up, bleeding, slashed, and is like, I'd very much appreciate that.
All right, y'all can divide this up amongst yourselves how you please, but Donnie will go ahead and wire you all 3,000 credits for your troubles
To each of us or total?
total.
Okay.
Your rent or your lizard, it did not die. But it did help you beat a roll.
Oh no, not the lizard. I
Oh,
rented
yes. What was the
Yeah.
thing?
or borrowed.
His mount, yeah.
You mean the actual mount itself? Yes. I mean, it was in the you loaded it up with the others in the hold. Do you want to return it to the renter, or is it staying in the hold?
Yeah, I want to return it so I can get my gun back
All right.
or my sword.
Fair enough. I was hoping you keep it. We can honestly, that is actually on the way back to the ranch, so you probably could have dropped it off on the way.
I think it's 750 credits each of us.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, 3,000 divided by 4.
All right.
Not XP, credits.
It is credits, yes. As they're, showering you guys, like, yeah, we're still gonna pay you the BP, so it'll still be a 12 BP in total, like they'd agreed. Everyone give me a perception check, and I swear to God, we're fine.
I don't think I've rolled a nat 20 this campaign.
It's
Uh,
19. Not a 20, but 19.
Fuck me.
And then on nat 1. I will say, I have been rolling perception twice because I've got the drone, so I have had twice as many perception
But hasn't
rolls.
it always been you? I don't think the robots got the nat 20 yet.
Is that? That's
I-
possible.
I'm like 90% sure it's been you with the nat 20 every time, not SB. Which is even crazier. Alright. I gotta double check whether that'll be enough. Well, that is certainly enough to notice something here. You look over, and out of this door, you see what looks like a purple tentacle with almost a lamprey mouth on the end, peeking out, looking towards you guys. What do you do?
I am going to point it out to people who are more likely to know what that is.
All right, you see they were on. What in the hell? And as you guys all look over there, let's bring this on. Someone brought this up in the server the other day, and I couldn't believe they brought it up immediately. Another one of these drops down from the ceiling. This was mentioned in the server the other day, so you might have already seen the picture of it.
Oh,
This
I love these.
is a Stridermander.
These things are adorable. Big fan.
Oh my goodness. Vestry might be best known for the dominant Skittermander species, but like every ecosystem, things evolve and predators developed. The Stridermanders being a distant evolutionary cousin to the more numerous Skittermanders. As you all were looking at one that was kind of trying to get your attention with a tentacle, the other one dropped out of the ceiling of the barn. Your two patrons kind of scattered behind you guys, and this might be the last thing we do tonight. I'm going to remove our turns, so we're on a new map. Go ahead and click yourselves, roll into initiative. Alright. And we got the Stridermander.
By the way.
Yeah.
How do batteries just work like ammo, or is there some way they recharge?
You can recharge them later, but they do also work like enemies. Alright, well, it was the robot this time. I'll give it to you. Foul. This luck is actually important.
Little bit.
Goodness gracious. Okay. Let's see. Let's just need Roland.
Roland's like Roland got a 21.
Is it not showing? Oh, it was just lagging. There it is. All right. Well, robot's up first. What are you thinking?
I assume because everyone's kind of in the way.
Oh, it's a whole clusterfuck by your end of the barn.
The robot. How tall is the barn?
Oh, it actually is pretty sizable because these things were waiting in the rafters. It is kind of like, you know, a triangular roof. So, like, to the very tippy top is about 25 feet. To get to, like, the rafters, which make the actual cube of the building, is like 20 feet.
Okay, the robot's gonna climb up into the rafters.
Okay.
With 20 feet move, and then is going to shoot at the closer of the Stridermanders.
Alright. Jump onto the wall, skittering up the barn, the wood of the barn, and metal combo building. 17 against KAC. That is a hit. And you're going to the closer one?
Yeah.
Alright, bullet goes against the Skittermander. A little plume of purple blood, a Stridermander, sprays forward. Hisses at you. Roland.
I will say, when I was considering creating this character, I considered making a Skittermander instead of an android with a combat drone shaped like a Stridermander.
Incredible. Also, I will say, it would have tried to make one technical attack on Shaw, because that one did get the drop on you guys.
Okay.
But, well, like we always say in Warhammer, you can't change the past with the reroll. Didn't matter. Continue. Not even gonna ask your phone what AC was terrible.
Yeah, Roland moved over there, and he's gonna cast Confusion Lesser on the one stable.
Ooh, the one through the door. Alright, will save, what's DC? DC 15, right? Not 14? Should be one higher.
Yeah.
This is none of the things it has a special bonus against. It's gonna be a 13. That is a fail.
Love that. So it is confused for
Alright.
one round.
Bottom one is confused. Let's bring it over to Scorpio.
Alright. So Scorpio will draw his semi-auto pistol and then go ahead and take a shot at this one here.
Alright. Ooh, 2 semi-auto shots at the same one. Ooh. In the cramped confines of the barn, the Skittermander is kind of like... Ooh, that one's not extra, actually. They're kind of like running all up under your feet. The catfolk bumps into you on the way back, and it just throws off your aim something fierce. Shaw. Unless Scorpio, do you want to move anywhere?
Yep, I'll just sort of like here and just say like, get behind me.
Nice. Love that.
Yeah. Shaw will do the same. Actually, no, he's gonna move action. So I'm gonna use my technically I have to use a move action to unholster my weapon, wouldn't I?
Yeah, unless you have a quick draw or one of the limbs that lets you quick draw by itself.
I do not. All right, so move action. I'm gonna pull out the. Heck with it. I was gonna do a charge shot, but I don't think I have time. All right, artillery laser.
All right, unsling the heavy artillery.
All right, point blank to the face, the one we've already been shooting at.
Hell yeah, go for it. Ooh, that'll do it. This thing is a hair's breadth above bloodied as it just takes a full big old red laser directly to the chest.
All right, then 5-foot step.
Which way? Oh, down that
Kind
way.
of fanning out with Scorpio to keep in front of the
Ooh,
clientele.
I do love the symmetry of that. The vest kind of like splitting off to protect the proprietors. All right, let's toss it over to Refine. Fucking Captain Nat 20 over there. What's up?
I will pull out my small arm and fire with it. That's under equipment.
No worries. That will hit the nearest one, and it is now bloodied. It kind of like it jitters back and forth as electricity arcs down the tentacle through its body. My cat did not like that noise. Sorry, bud. Moving anywhere? Or just keeping it cool over there.
Isn't it a move action to draw?
Oh yes, sorry, you did have to draw the gun. So tossing over the Strider Manders. First things first, Roland. Ooh, is that the bad one or is that act normally? It's act normally.
Yeah.
This thing bursts through the barn door towards Roland. And this one's gonna step 50-50. Who's it going for? Let's see. Alright, Shaw, call it high or low?
Hi.
Good call. It goes for Scorpio.
Oh, did we get the rest for our level yet?
No. This has been an eventful day. This whole ranching thing's been perhaps evidence that you should not do a career change. This has been a nightmare.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with the one over by Roland. Just double check one of its abilities. Does not need to do that right now. Alright, it is going to rush at you. It is wielding, these are not super intelligent, but it's wielding a weird, archaic obsidian spear, which it twirls towards you. It's going to do that, and then lash at you with a feeder tendril. Alright, Roland, here comes the spear. -4 from that. 20 for KAC.
Hits.
Tendril's gonna be a 14 for KAC?
Miss.
Okay. The spear does cut you as you prioritize dodging out of the way the weird lamprey mouth that lunges at you. But that is still gonna be 13 damage. Piercing, specifically. Oh, sorry. The other one before we switch turns. Going at you, Scorpio. Same thing. Spear and then Tendril. That's his bonus action. Spear is definitely a miss. Tendril 16, Casey?
That'll hit.
Alright. That's going to be 10 piercing as the Tendril takes a big old bite out of you. Or tries to. It is still in stamina.
Alright, stamina still holding for now.
Alright, with that in mind, up in the rafters with the robot. What will your drone do? Blue?
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
I guess the robot will make a shot at the Skittermander near to the clients.
Alright, go for it. That'll hit. This time for 9. The Skittermander near Scorpio. Crack! Bullet! Stridermander, thank you. So hard, I can't, in my head, Skittermander is such a known quantity that I can't change it. The bullet does impact its chest, a little bit above the heart. Another spurt of purple blood. The left one is looking pretty low. Roland.
out of spells and a creature in front of his face, he will struggle to find something to do. He's gonna pull out the tactical sword cane he just got back and then stab at the Strider Bender.
I mean, you got that cane back, fair enough. Archaic cane to obsidian spear. 13, that will, he manages to knock it away from him with the spear.
Unfortunate.
Scorpio.
Alright, I'll go ahead and draw my tactical star knife, and I'll slash at the one that's right in front of me.
Holding a star knife right in the middle. Cutting across. Ooh, no, it will deflect that one, much like it deflected Roland. Shaw.
Shaw looks to his left to Scorpio and Refine. You do got that one?
Yeah.
Or just nod.
Alright, I drop the laser, grab my assault hammer, as I make a move action.
If you
Over
get
to help
that one,
Roland.
you'll get flanking.
Well, I'm actually going to do something else.
Ooh, okay. Nice thing.
I mean, I can't get to that one. I could do flanking, but I'm actually going to move here, and I'm going to... So I'm going to try and do a bull rush on him and try and knock him forward to get him away from Roland.
Ooh, yeah, so that is going to be an attack roll. Your base going to be his KAC +4.
So is it just a straight attack roll with my bonuses and stuff?
Yeah, I would just roll the hammer. Yo.
I should have gone for the flank.
Okay, hold on. So that's... you actually push him back a full 10 feet as you slam shoulder charge into the Strider Bender away from Roland. Also, since you got Nat 20 there, if you want to like take a couple, like another step forward to block it from getting to Roland, I think that's more than fair on a crazy charge.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm still pretty badly hurt, but I'll better to keep him away from the person who will get messed up real bad. I've at least got some armor.
Like a scaly rocket roll, and you see Shaw slam, like come out of nowhere and slam the Mander away from you. All right, toss it over to Refine on the other end.
All right, I'm gonna make another shot at it.
Go for it. Other one.
Probably not. I assume that doesn't hit.
8. Wow,
against
I
the
think it's like the third 8 you guys have gotten against these things. Yeah, that does not hit.
Alright,
Alright.
and then I'm going
Okay.
to move
All right.
to try and get in the way of this thing from
Yeah, get to there.
the two. So right there.
All right, confusion roll. Jesus. It's gonna go for shocks. It acted normally. This one. Go
There
ahead.
was no confusion roll. It's only one round.
Oh, it's only one round. Oh, well, didn't matter.
Yeah, confusing lesser isn't
Oh,
that good.
right, it is lesser. All right. This thing is going to feeder tentacle lash at Refine and Spirit Scorpio. That is a miss on Scorpio for sure, but a 18 KC Refine.
Yeah.
Uh,
that's-
Alright, what is that one? Oh, it's a little bit smaller. Alright, that is going to be 8 damage to you, Refine.
Alright.
Other one on Shaw, same dealio.
All right.
Double 2s on those attacks, nothing hits.
All right.
It seems just dizzy on its feet from that previous charge. Brings us back over to our robot.
Alright. SB will shoot at it again.
Uh, 13 does not get through its hide.
Alright. And then we'll move kind of over and down.
Okay. Client kind of scuttling down the wall to that spot.
Yeah. And that's it.
Let's go over to Roland.
Roland's just gonna stay at the corner and kind of peek and stab.
Yeah, lean around the corner and stab. Fair enough.
And we're gonna make it a full attack.
Oh, spicy. 16 does hit. Get a little nick, a little cut as you stab into the Strider Mander. All right, Scorpio.
All right. Once again, I will attempt to stab the one in front of me with my star knife.
Slice away, good sir. One less than last time.
This is what happened last time.
Guys, we're getting into the drow fight territory. Missed
All right.
5 in a row. Oh, the cane hit. All right, Shaw.
All right, I'm also full attack into this guy with the assault hammer.
2 mighty hammer blows coming toward the Strider. Both miss. Oh, over to our mechanic.
I think I am, now that we've kind of got, well, actually I think I'm just gonna, I think what I'm gonna do is just
Yes.
fight defensively.
All right. Hunker down.
Yeah.
It's fair. This thing is, the battle's taking a turn. Understandable.
Or actually, yeah.
Go
Total,
ahead. You want to do something else?
no, I'm gonna total defense, not fight defensively.
Oh, I thought that is what you had said. Alright, you hunker down, taking a defensive position. Cutting that over to our enemies. Start with the one on Shaw this time. 18 and 17.
17 misses, 18 hits.
Alright, that means the spear is going to connect with you. The obsidian spear is going to lash at you for 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
Other one, we're going to go reverse it this time, so we'll do Tendril on Scorpio, Spear on Refine. Tendril, miss. Spear, 15 KAC for Strider. Does 15 hit Strider 12?
No.
No? Okay. Back to your bot then.
Alright, it's gonna take another shot at the nearby one.
Not against KAC, that won't hit, as it pings off the hide again.
Alright.
It's very close, though.
And it's-
Oh, go ahead.
It'll stay here. It'll stay here.
Okay. Roland.
I don't remember. Can we move through ally spaces?
Yeah, you can throw out spaces.
Okay, because I don't want to risk provoking. But yeah, he's just gonna move around
Alright, circle out.
and
Ooh,
then try
providing
to
the
stab
flank.
again.
Nice. Yeah, it goes up to 24 with flanking. That'll hit. Another 3 as you stab into this thing's back while it's focused on Shaw. Brings us to Scorpio.
All right. Let's go once again with my tactical star knife.
Close but no cigar. As it continues to fight you off with the spear. Shaw?
All right. nodding to Roland, who's gone for the flank. Again, full attack with the hammer.
All right, lay it on this beast. The second one does hit for 8.
All right.
First one, it ducks out of the way, and then on the rebound, boom, smack it across the jaw. All right, this one is still looking extremely low. This one's close to bloody.
I'm just gonna total defense again.
All right, Striders. One on the left. So we're both gonna miss. One on the right, Spear at Shaw, Tentacle at Roland, Spear. Miss, Tentacle, nat 1. Well, not just you guys missing then. You guys are in the barn, kind of like the little bit swelteringly hot inside the barn as you're desperately dodging back and forth for these strikes. That'll do it, and this one had exactly 8 left as you drop the first Strider with a shot to the head.
Alright. And then the drone will just move over here.
Alright. Roland.
He's gonna try for another full attack. Stab.
Woo-hoo. With flanking, that's gonna be a hit and a hit for 7. The one on the right is now officially bloodied with 2 quick rapier fast stabs from Roland. Brings us to Scorpio.
All right. I'll go ahead and move up some here. All right, full movement there. And then I'll go ahead and take a shot at this one with my tactical pistol.
Alright. Sight up on that pistol. Not gonna be a hit as you try to aim into the fray of these 3 mailing each other and just can't get a clean shot. It's gonna be over to Shaw with the hammer.
Third verse, same as the first. Full attack with the assault hammer.
Alright, let's do it. Gonna be a hit, and then obviously a miss on the nat 1. But a hit for another 8 bludgeoning. This creature is starting to sway on its feet. It's not looking good. Alright, over to our newest crew member.
And then attack with my rocket pistol.
Right? That is indeed a hit on its EAC. This thing looks like a stiff breeze could knock it over at this point, but it's going to get one last round. It seems cornered in this barn. Going to go for the prey that's around it. That is going to be 18 on Shaw, 17 on Roland.
Hit.
Alright, Shaw, you're going to take
It's
the fear
exactly.
tentacle. Shaw, you're coming in to take 10 damage. And Roland, you are going to take 13. Tentacle lashes towards Shaw as it whirls around, strikes the spear into Roland. Roland looking deep in the red. Back to the bot. Oh! Fucking headshot at the end. Gotta end the streak of nat 20s for tonight on a nat 20 for you. As we're like, crack! Bullet rips through the top of this thing's head, and the other Strider Mander drops. Goodness gracious. Okay.
Shaw looks over at the manager. He's like, "You got a difficult job, you know that?"
You see this, the owner is catching his breath. His wife is just like, Strider Manders, they're an unfortunate part of the job, but hopefully this is why we got those beasts you got us. If we had enough Defrexes, maybe we can keep these herds safe. Oh, good God. By the Song of the Spheres, that was close. Well, consider yourselves in a free recommendation if anyone asks us they need a crew to do something around here.
Much obliged. And Shaw, just like Shaw's like again, blown up, shot, stabbed, bleeding, and Roland's over here also looking much the same.
Goodness gracious. Let's see. They probably tend to ruins a bit. They don't have a lot on hand just because of the farming job, but I think they'll hit each of Shaw and Roland with a quick D8 from a syringe. Shaw, 1. It's about right. It's about right.
Par for the course.
Holy fuck. Roland with a 3.
The needle just bands on his skin.
Carmelara's just like, I think that box might have been a bit expired. Hopefully it does a little bit of healing to you.
Roland will pull out his last 2 and give one to Shaw.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Much obliged, Roland.
One more D8, baby. 8, 8, 8, 8. 2!
Nope.
Well, it wasn't a 1, I guess.
Man, our healing rolls have been
Holy
abysmal
shit.
tonight. We're paying for our hubris from the drow fight.
Yeah, oh my god. This is getting crazy. Alright. Well, first of all, let me grab you guys the XP for a couple of Stridermanders. We got 2 Stridermanders. It's gonna be 400 to each of you.
Nice.
And as they're patching you guys up, they will offer you, basically you can stay in their landing area. It's basically just a big field out in the desert. Well, you can stay the night, you can either come into us and get a, home-cooked meal, or you can stay on the ship, your call, but, it looks like, main guy, it looks like y'all are pretty tired at this point. Why don't you, get some rest? Listen,
Oh, go ahead.
that's it. No, actually, that does not. I was gonna say something, but it doesn't make sense in the context. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say Shaw looks at his compatriots. Home cooked meal sounds mighty good. I think we do have to take off in the morning, but I could use a bite to eat. I'm starving.
Yeah, and I don't know about you all, but I could use stiff drink.
Second that.
Alright, home cooked meal. Alright, we will pause there for now because that is right at the end of part 2 in this book, which was the Rock in a Herd place. The next one, part 3, is called Enemy of the Empire.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
sounds
that
very
sounds not ideal.
promising. Alright,
Are-
you do get the full night's rest. You're not going to get interrupted on the ranch after that day you had. So go ahead and get the level up. Don't recall what you guys all get at level 4, but should be good. Or at least good enough to have some extra health. Again, gotta specify Starfinder. All I did was Google fucking level 4. Didn't even specify a class. Don't know what I was thinking.
Well, I know it's
I kind of go to Google image search of like floor signs. They're like level 4.
Let's see here. As a soldier, I get another combat feat, and I've been.
Ooh, that's
I don't know.
pretty
I'm kind of waffling between whether I want either mobility or I want to grab weapon focus with small arms. I'm not sure.
good. Okay. Wait, don't you get weapon focus with all weapons as the soldier?
Weapon specialization.
Yep.
Yeah, basically, I can choose one weapon type and get a +1 to attack rolls with it.
Nice. Yeah, it's
Do-
double your level for HP restore. That is correct.
Do we get to count our new level for that?
And I'll say the home cooked meal. Hold on, there's a difference between how restful the area is. And I would say that with the home cooked meal and all that, it is most assuredly the good type of place. Yeah. So it'll be 2 per level. If you're kind of out adventuring, it's 1 per level.
Okay, so level 4, so 8.
Yeah, everyone gets 8 HP back.
Glorious.
Yay! No one's glowing red anymore. All right, we love a good band-aid for healing. All right, we shall return next Thursday. Go ahead and level your peeps, and we'll see what the crew can rustle up next for some work. Hard to know. You got to make that money somehow, but you got a lot on your tail at the moment.
Yep.
All right, I shall catch you all later. See you next
So,
Thursday.
actually, before we